Hold on, you don't send one of your buddy in Mark Discord this morning to go fucking tarnish my name and tell people that I'm a scammer?
How
Guys,
many
you
times,
know
how
they
much money
don't.
have I paid?
Mark,
Wait a minute, how much money have I
you gotta
paid
listen me.
mentorship? How much money have I
Listen me.
paid with you mentorship? How
Listen
much?
me.
Not
And
right.
fuck you and your fucking
So,
buddy.
right,
Bitch ass nigga.
right.
Bitch ass nigga. You gonna
Kurt, you
talk,
ain't big
you gonna
enough.
come
You're
up
not big
here,
enough, Kurt.
you gonna come.
Did I not run 5 loads for you? Did I not run 5 loads for you?
You let your buddy go in a Discord and drop in a Discord about me robbing and y'all gonna beat me. You put hands on me and shoot you and him.
Kurt,
You
you
hear
can't
what I
beat
just
me.
said?
Kurt,
Okay.
you can't beat me. How much am I getting paid a rate per mile? My
And
cost per mile is none of your business.
I'ma tell you this as a man. The next time you gonna pull up on me, don't use a bitch ass nigga to do it.
You can't beat me, Kurt. I will whoop your ass, man. You can't grab no hammer. You talk all that shit. You ain't say nothing when we was in the back of that truck. When we was in the back of that truck, what you said?
The people at Truck Stop then teamed up with the boy Mark the Mentor. Are you ready to take your trucking business to the next level? With Truck Stop Pro, you get access to the best load board in the game, giving you the tools to find higher paying loads and streamline your operation. And right now, you can try the Pro plan free for 30 days, a $159 value. Click the link in the description to claim your free Pro plan and start making smarter moves for your trucking business today.
Warning: the following content contains strong language and may not be suitable for children. This content is primarily for adults, as this is a trucking channel and truckers have filthy mouths. Please don't tweak if I say viewer discretion is advised.
What's going on? What's going on? Good morning, good morning, good morning, good afternoon. How is everybody doing? Come on in, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, turn on post notifications. Seemed like I was just here. Because I was just here. That's why. Not too long, a few hours ago, actually. Shout out to Kevin. Shout out to all the MGM members. Shout out to Goat Logistics. Shout out to Great Polo, St. Louis. Shout out to Rich. Hold on a second. Let me see something. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Shout out to Rich. Shout out to, hold on, I gotta move some of this shit out the way. Put that on that screen. Shout out to Rich representing the crib. Shout out to SD Walt representing Cleveland. Shout out to all the MGM members. Shout out to LaDante. Shout out to Vaughn, Craig Freeman. What's going on? Moving Company Hustle in the building. Shout out to St. Louis. Don Solo representing the crib. Andrew Green representing Jersey. Spoken representing Michigan. Shout out to Steven representing Columbus. Oblivion, what's going on? All right, so let's get some stuff out the way. First of all, we are hosting a tell-all tomorrow. It's an exclusive interview with Vernon, and it's going to be a tell-all. It's going to be a tell-all. And look, we not messy with it. We not messy with it. This is something that both parties want to do. The live stream last week, I was asked to host that. They wanted to host it on my channel. I mediated it. Seeing me spend a lot of time with this kid. All right, so last night I reacted to his content. And, everything that I told him that was going to happen, it happened. Now, we're going to get into it further because it was just brought to my attention that something else came out this morning. We're going to react to that too. But I want to talk about this whole gig app thing because I talked about it before and a few months ago, and it got mixed reactions. But now we're seeing the unraveling of the gig people. We're seeing it. It's unfolding right in front of our very eyes. You got the gig tubers complaining, um, um, uh, and it's just chaos, right? And I said this was going to happen. And then, the individuals that are just, like Daniel, that's just, gig is the way to go. Gig. Let's look up the definition of gig before we get started. Let's look up the definition. Let's look up the definition of gig. Give me 1 second. What is a gig? Gig definition. Gig definition. All right, boom. me pull this up. Let me share my screen. A job, especially one that is temporary or freelance and performed on an informal or on-demand basis. A job, especially one that is temporary or freelance and performed on an informal or on-demand basis. On demand. Key word. So, but when Big Mark told you that, all y'all young folks, y'all got mad at Big Mark, came in my comment section with all this dumb shit, calling me a dream crusher, and I'm hating. Like, let me look up the definition of hating, because maybe the definition changed. I don't understand how a person that got shit can hate on a motherfucker who ain't got shit. Oh, I'm back. I'm back, baby. See, y'all didn't leave well enough alone. You should have let us sleep at Beach Lake. You want to fuck with Big Mark? That's okay. Don't worry about it. No, we need to. What's that dictionary with the slang called? What's the slang? Shout out to Truck Stop in the building. Oh, I gotta keep it clean. I gotta keep it clean, guys. All right. Truck Stop is in the building. Shout out to Truck Stop in the building. All right, guys, we're gonna keep it clean for the rest of the show. All right, so hey, what's that dictionary called? What's that dictionary called with all the slang terminology? What is that called? Can somebody help me out? What's the dictionary called? The slang dictionary. What's the slang dictionary? Can anybody? Urban Dictionary? All right, let's look at the Urban Dictionary. Urban Dictionary. Urban Dictionary. All right, now let's look up hate. I'm just curious because all you young guys, I'm an old guy. I'm old. Let's look it up. Let me share my screen. We're gonna keep it PG-13. When you just like someone so much that you and the other person were an empty. All right, let's see. Hate is an attitude a human being towards another is loosely translate. So in my day, hate was like actually not I hate you, but like, hey, oh man, you hating on me. You hate. That's like a person that's jealous or envious of somebody, right? So when you tell these young guys stuff nowadays, oh man, you hating on me, you hating on me, you hating on me. I got the information that you need. So if you're coming to me for information in this industry, and I'm telling you this shortcut cookie cutter way that you're trying to go about it because these guys on TikTok that's selling you these dreams and shit, it's not the way. You're not gonna make it. You can't start a trucking business for $5,000 and all this dumb stuff that they say. And then you get mad at me because you believe it because it sounds easy. And then when you come over here, the stuff that Marx talks about just sounds too much like work. And that's the problem. That's what you don't want to do. You don't want to work. How can a person that has what you need hate on you? You don't have it. You don't have the information. You don't have the capital. You don't have the equipment. Everything that you need, I got it. So how is it hate? No, what it is the truth. And what I'm finding out is so many young people just don't like the truth. Why? Because we're living in a generation now where people want instant gratification. Doesn't work like that. The real world, unfortunately, I hate to tell you, young people, the real world doesn't work like that. So when you come over here and you ask for my information, you ask for my advice, and you tell me your plan and I tell you it's not going to work, everybody that comes over here, they have to come back with their tail tucked and be like, damn, Mark, you was right. You see all these gray hairs? That comes from wisdom and age. Because everything you're trying to go through, I've been through it. So not only do I have the experience from being in business and the business experience from trucking and just general business, but also I have a degree. I went to school. I have a bachelor's degree in business. I have the real world business experience. I also have life experience. It's not hate. It's the truth, and people don't want to hear the truth. All right, so let's get into this. I want to. What we're going to do? What's his name? Daniel put out another video this morning. All right, we're going to review that. If you didn't get a chance to where I reviewed the video last night, Mark After Dark, go take a look at that. All right, so let's talk about this generational disconnect, and then we're going to get into this Daniel video and why so many people that are coming into this industry now at a young age are just having a hard time because they don't want to face reality. One, information, the way people consume information is different than how I had to consume it. I talk about it all the time. Like, I'm from an era where we had to go to the library, the card catalog, microfilm. We used to have to go pull microfilm, encyclopedias, Encyclopedia Britannica, World Book Encyclopedia. Like, we really had to go find the information. Now you could just turn on whatever, and then you got people giving you information. You're consuming it from other people. Now, some of these people may be credible, some of these people may not be credible, so on and so forth, because content creation and providing information and courses and mentorship has become a new thing where people make money as well. And people see that as an opportunity. And not everybody that's selling courses and mentorship has the real world experience. This is why, like, you got these people that run around here that are 23-year-olds selling life coaches and shit. How can a person that's 23 be a life coach? This, I was telling this guy the other day, like, you are looking up to a person who's young enough to be your grandson. What can this person tell you? They can't tell you anything because they haven't lived long enough to give someone coaching or life experience. Then you say, oh, Mark, you're a hater. No, when you think about it, it makes sense. What can a person that's in their 20s tell a person that's in their 50s or the 60s about life? What can a person who's trying to get into a business, how can you rebuttal a person who's been in the industry almost 2 decades? How can you rebuttal that? You can't. So when you try, it's not going to go well. Today, people value relatability over credibility. You value relatability over credibility. You'll listen to someone that looks like you, or you're intrigued by the trinkets and the materialistic things that they place around you or place in their content to draw you in instead of what's coming out their mouth. See, I want you to focus on the words that are coming out my mouth because that's where the value is. The value is from the experience, and you're going to get my experience and my value from the words that I speak. Right now, it's a toxic cycle of where you got a bunch of inexperienced people that are misleading people. This whole gig app thing, even in the trucking space, your roadies, your curies, none of this stuff, you can't build a business off something that's called a gig. It's just like a musician. Oh man, I got a gig tonight. It's a one-time thing. You don't control anything. They control everything. You control nothing. How can you build a business off something that you don't control fully? Or some sense of it? You can't. You can't. Instant gratification is not going to, because now we got to get into this whole generational wealth thing. Generational and instant, those two words, they're not cohesive. If you're looking to build something that's going to last for generations, how are you going to create it instantly? Think about that. Let's think, man. Why aren't people using their brains nowadays? What happened to, like, using our brains? How can something that you're looking to build that's going to be generational, how can you do it instant? Like, how are you going to do it instantly? The boomers built generational wealth, and they worked like a third of their life doing it. 34, 35 years and retired. It's about a third of their life, depending on how long they live. So how do you think you're going to do it like that? And then here's the kicker. The first generation that builds that generational wealth, they're taking all the sacrifices. They're working the hardest so that the future generations don't have to. You want to build generational wealth, but then your actions show something different. You're lazy. You don't want to do this. When you listen to Daniel, and I know Daniel, you're watching, I don't want to do it. F this, F that. You just give up easily. The person who builds the generational wealth, that first person that builds it, you're going to work the hardest. You're going to make the most sacrifices. You're not going to enjoy it because you're going to work yourself to death building it so that your kids don't have to do what you did and their kids don't have to do it. You're not going to get a chance to enjoy it. So when I'm like, you don't want to do this, you don't want to work this many hours, you don't want to do that, I don't understand it. Make it make sense to me. These short hacks and all this stupid shit that people talk about. These viral moments. You can't build a sustainable business off of a viral moment and off of a hack. You definitely can't do it off of a gig. What's crazy is I have to look up the definition of gig and put it on the screen. The word gig, the word itself should let you know that it's not something that you can build a business on. You know, a guy asked me the other day, I get this question asked to me at least 2 or 3 times a year. At least 2 or 3 times a year. At least 2 or 3 times a year. Come on in, make sure you guys hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, turn on post notifications. We got some corporate people in here today. I see Truck Stop in here, so we're going to keep it clean. We're going to keep it a little clean. All right. So somebody asked me the other day, they said, Mark, why do I need a business plan? You always talk about this business plan. Like, if I'm not looking for funding, why do I have to create this business plan? Like, who am I giving it to? And what's the purpose of it? And you know, when people ask me this question, because I get at least 2, 3 times a year, it drives me nuts. It drives me completely nuts. Just like gig app, the word gig, business plan. What do you mean who you're going to give it to? You don't need to be sourcing funding to do a business plan. Business plan. So you mean to tell me you're just going to start a business with no plan? You're just going willy-nilly it. And then you wonder why you struggle. You ask a person, why do you need a business plan? Then I got to get up here and, hold you accountable. Anything that you go into in life, you should plan it. It's one of the contributing factors why so many people fail just in business in general. It doesn't have nothing to do with trucking. You don't plan it. You listen to the instant gratification people. Get a box truck, get a cargo van, get a truck, get your LLC, get your insurance, your BOC3, UCR, get you some insurance, go on a load board like Truck Stop. Shout out to Truck Stop in the building. And just book a load and run. It's just as simple as that. There's plenty of loads. And then they hit you with the whole trucking is an $800 billion a year industry. It's not going anywhere. Okay, true. But that doesn't mean you're going to make it. It's still dog eat dog. You going on the load board, guess what? You're not the only person searching for loads. You're in competition. You're in competition with people that are smarter than you. You're in competition with people that are more tenured than you. You're in competition with people who can operate cheaper than you. This is why I said, why do people spend so much time complaining about people in cheap freight? You can't control what the next person does. You have to worry about yourself. So many people are worried about what everybody else is doing instead of worrying about themselves. Build your business to compete. That way you don't have to worry about and complain about what everybody else is doing. No matter what's going on in the world, when there's economic downturns and so on and so forth, you'll be fine because you planned for it. You made well-informed decisions because you planned. You planned for the what if. You're not going to always have, it's not going to always be a straight up and to the right. I talk about all my ups and downs in business all the time. But you have to plan. When things are going exceptionally good, that's the time to start socking more money away for when things go bad. But see, what happens is when things are going good, just like a lot of people that came into this business during the pandemic, they were on the new. They just thought when they came in and just volume was high and rates were high, they just thought that that's trucking. That's just how it was. And what it still boggles me is like you're living in a world where the government is giving everybody money to stimulate the economy. Eventually that money is going to get cut off, and then what? It's common sense to me, but I guess to most of the people, they were caught up in that euphoric phase of a bubble, and then when the water got cut off, it was the trucking industry's trash. No, it's not the trucking industry, it's you. You're trash because you didn't do what was in your best interest. You didn't do your research. You didn't exercise some type of common sense. Nothing stays good forever. There's always going to be a downturn. Things are going to happen. People associate with business with rich. Okay, if I start a business, I'm just going to get rich. No. Majority of people that start businesses fail. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, turn on all post notifications. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, turn on post notifications. Most people fail. And it's not speaking pessimistic. It's not speaking negative. It's just what it is. See, me, if I was starting a business and I looked at the statistics and I saw that, it would encourage me to go further above and beyond to make sure that I don't fall in the majority, that I fall in the minority. The majority is failure coming into business. The minority is the people that succeed. Less people win, more people fail. So seeing these statistics is going to encourage me to go above and beyond to make sure I don't fall in the majority. Business plan. See, when you do a business plan, you'll see these statistics, and that'll encourage you to do more. Milestones. Don't you want to set milestones for yourself so that you can measure yourself as you go along? Look, in 6 months, I want to be here. In 12 months, I want to be there. In 3 years, I want to be here. You don't even set no goals for yourself. Business plan. You set goals in your business plan. Don't ask me nothing like that because I'm telling you, I'm going to get upset. Anybody that's following my channel, I don't do Googleable stuff, things that are basic common knowledge. I just know. Business plan. If you ask me, why do you need a business plan? I'm going to look at you crazy. Listen to the words. Business plan. Same thing with the gig. The word gig is in the action. So I don't get it. This old head disrespect that's going on. You know I don't tolerate it. I don't tolerate it. Young people, y'all see criticism as hate. Let me tell you something, young people. It's nothing for us to hate on. You're coming to us for information. You're coming to us because you desire to be where we are. So when we tell you things, it's not hate. We're just telling you the truth. I was always taught pray, hope for the best, but still prepare for the worst. A lot of people that I talk to that are young, like Daniel, they have this full optimistic thing, which is great. But I think that it clouds their planning because they don't think about the what if. And I'm here to tell you that the what if is going to come. It's not negative, it's not pessimistic, it's life. Forget business. Let's talk about life. We've all dealt with things in life that were unexpected. Deaths. Uh, I don't know, your water heater goes out, your furnace goes out in the middle of the wintertime, your car breaks down, you get in an accident, and let's say the other party doesn't have insurance. So now you're on the hook for the deductible. So on and so forth. Things just happen, man. And you have to be prepared and plan for things that happen. Look what happened during the pandemic. Let's go back to a business perspective. Look at Costas. MGM member, ran a multi-million-dollar restaurant here in Chicago. And what do we know that happened to a lot of restaurateurs during the pandemic? A lot of them didn't survive. He was one of them. Successful restaurant of 15 years wiped out by something that was beyond his control. Who planned for it? Look at the housing market crash. The housing market crash benefited me, having a moving company, right? People's unfortunate situations became a blessing for me because I was able to capitalize on all those people that were losing their homes. And then when the market changed and corrected itself, we ran it up again. But look at all those people. Things happen. Look what happened with the gig economy last year. The water got cut off. And it wasn't just with one app. It seemed like all the apps just switched up at the same time and just dropped the rates. And then everybody's complaining now. And then what happened during the holidays? They do the same thing around the holidays. What do? They open up the floodgates. Everybody that's on the waiting list, guess what they do? They let them on. Why? Because they want to make things easy for the consumers and easy for the stores, right? So, man, the holidays, Black Wednesday is coming, Black Friday is coming. Oh, it's going to be a lot more volume, but guess what? They're going to open up the floodgates. All right, let's turn off the waiting list. Let's let everybody on. You think you're going to be running back and forth to the store all day, and that's not the case because they just let X amount more people on. So, yeah, the volume is going up, but there's also more supply. So what you thought it was going to be more demand throughout the day, yeah, there's demand there, but there's also about a much more supply to meet that demand. And now here's January and everybody's complaining. You think that a guy like me, because I've heard this too, oh man, Mark, you out of touch. No, I'm not. Because everything that I tell you comes into fruition. I told Daniel he was going to go to Dallas and fail. And a bunch of people told me I was wrong. How? Do the math. He's struggling at home. So what makes you think a person's going to go cross country now that you don't have the support of your parents and you're going to be able to succeed in a bigger market? making the same money. If you're making the same money in a market where you have the covering and support of your family, you're not paying bills because you're living under your family's roof, and then you transition to a bigger market where you're making the same money, like that's common sense. But you know what? A bunch of young people say, "Oh, I'm crushing his dreams." You a hater. And then I said, all right, listen, you listen to these people when that shit don't work for you. Let's see how many people reach in their pocket and help you pay your rent. How many of y'all reached in y'all pocket and helped this man pay his rent? Because he couldn't pay it. Everything that I said was going to happen, happened. You know why? Because I'm in the real world. I know what it's like to pay bills. I know what it's like to run a business and live life. You have to prepare for the unexpected in the business. You have to prepare for the unexpected in real life. And I said this. I said, when things don't work out, all you people that are saying I'm crushing his dreams because I'm telling him the truth, I want to see how many of you people dig into your pocket when he can't pay his rent. Now, how many of you people done dug in your pocket? How many people have sent him money? None of you. So don't come over here telling me I'm this and I'm that, because I'm not. You just don't want to hear the truth. See, back in the day when the OGs used to tell us things, and our grandparents and people in the neighborhood, like that were older, there was a time when we admired older people. We used to love hearing those stories of wisdom. And we would just shut the hell up and keep our mouth closed and just listen. We wouldn't utter a word, even if we might have had some little, questions or disagreement. Out of respect, just didn't say shit. Nowadays, you got young people, they want to rebuttal you, and you've been here and done this shit already. It's a but and the argument. You not live life. You ain't been in business. You trying to figure out how to get in business. You trying to figure out how to get your way through life, and then you want to argue with someone 20 years older than you. The people that you admire nowadays that are online, they're trying to sell you a dream. If you look at the most successful people, Jeff, Elon, we could talk about Bernard Arnault, Warren Buffett. It took years. Jeff started from humble beginnings, started in his parents' garage. Elon wasn't as rich as he is today back then. He sold PayPal. He transitioned that money into Tesla. He made money in Tesla. He started SpaceX, and he's got other things that he's doing right now that has created the wealth that he has now. The wealth that he has now took years. Two decades. I don't get it. I saw Cars and Cribs put out a video the other day, and he basically said, look, you can't start it. And I think the reason why he put out the video as far as you can't build a business, because I think he understands his influence. He has over 100,000 subscribers, and it's clear that a lot of people look up to him. And he probably realized that, putting out this content, there's probably people that are buying cargo vans with the sole purpose of running gig apps. And he said, look, you can't do it. And I commend him for that, because he has a huge influence. And I know there were people that was looking at his content, buying the van because they see him do it. But that guy, he's not like your typical gig tuber. He's not like, he has it. He got other investments. He got real estate. He got other shit going on. He's not making his money off that. He's shooting content with that. Y'all think he bought a brand new long wheelbase Mercedes-Benz Sprinter. Do you think he could pay it off in 2 years with what he was showing you, what he was making, and cover his cost of living and plus the bills for that? No. But people don't pay attention to the details. So I commend him for being transparent. That's why I'm transparent, because I understand the power of influence. That's why I tell people what it is. Even though the young people don't like it, it's just what it is. If older people are so wrong, why do the richest, most successful people in the world follow timeless business principles? See, I don't listen to this dumb stuff that these people talk about today. I mean, I'm old, I don't have to listen to it, but I follow timeless business principles. I talk about the pandemic. It was one thing in the pandemic, because I was kind of torn about what I wanted to do. There was an opportunity that was presenting itself that I knew was just, I probably was never going to get again. But then on the other hand, I'm like, well, whatever this is that we're in, because I'm speaking from 2020 now. This is how I was thinking in June of 2020, July maybe 2020. Whatever this is that we're in, when it passes, are things going to go back to the way they were, or is it going to be different? By the end of 2020, I saw the mindset shifts. The George Floyd thing happened. People was marching every day. People was at home. All the money was being given, this, that, and the third. Man, I took the money and got out. 2022, I said I restructured my exit strategy from 2025 to the end of 2022, and I turned up my work ethic. I said, listen, I got 2 more years and I'm done. Regardless of what happens, I'm going to take advantage of this situation. Why? Warren Buffett, when people are greedy, you should be fearful. And when people are fearful, you should be greedy. People were greedy. So following that timeless business principle, it helped me make a decision, because I was jaded. I was torn. I didn't know what to do. But everybody was greedy. Now it's time to be fearful. Same thing with investment. When everybody's buying, when everything is, popularized and the trend is trending, that's when your time to get out. When no one's talking about stuff, that presents the best opportunity to get into something. See, I want to buy when you fail, because now I can scoop up all your assets at a fraction of the price. When trucking got popularized during the pandemic, everybody bought expensive trucks. They came in with high insurance, high rentals. But here's the thing, when the market turns, you're still going to be stuck with the high cost of entry from the pandemic. Because when the market shifts, they ain't gonna say, listen, we sold you a $30,000 truck for $100,000, and since the market is shifting now, we're gonna readjust it. No, you stuck with it, pimp. You stuck with it. When people were greedy, you should have been fearful. Now people are fearful. Now you should be greedy. Why? You could buy a truck for dirt cheap. We was looking at trucks on After Dark with Mark last night. I'm looking at 26 footers for $4,000 and $5,000 and $8,000. I saw a 2018 for $8,000. 2018 26-foot Freightliner for $8,000. You know why? Because people are losing. You got a bunch of repos going on right now. People are selling their equipment because they're failing. January always presents this time. I say it all the time. Wait till January. Now is the great time. It's the best time, I think. Man, what the market is trash, says who? You can come in with a low cost of entry. You could take advantage of somebody else's failure by buying their equipment for dirt cheap. Now, this presents you with a low cost of entry, and now you can compete with all the oversupply of people who were still trying to figure it out that came in with that high cost of entry 3 years ago. So when people come up with all these hacks and all this dumb shit that I see on the internet, I don't pay that shit no mind, because old business principles are what I go by, and that is what helps me to keep making good decisions. I don't follow trends. If Bitcoin is popping and I got a Bitcoin and the media is talking about Bitcoin and the price is running up, now it's time for me to get out. I'm smart enough to know, let me go ahead and get up out, because the floor it's finna come crashing down. It's just a matter of time. I don't buy in bull markets. I sell in bull markets. I buy in bear markets. When people are doing bad, this presents the best opportunity. How do you think the rich get rich, and how do you think the rich stay rich? They don't buy when you buy. They sell to you. They buy low, they sell high. You playing the game backwards. You following trends. I do the opposite of what everybody else is doing. You getting in, I'm getting out. Thank you. We bought at $1, I'm selling to you for 10. This ain't even worth $10. There's no utility in this. You buying it for 10 because everybody's telling you to buy. Oh, get rich, get rich, get rich. I bought 2 years ago for $1. Thank you. Appreciate you. Same thing with the gig economy. It was so promoted. Oh, you can do this when you want to do it, and you don't have to work for anybody. You can cut it on and cut it off. And what makes you think it's just like anything else? It's going to get saturated. Mindset shifted. Everybody comes into this shit. Guess what? Now you got a bunch of people that quit their jobs. You got the people who still work jobs who use this to supplement. And guess what? The volume isn't there anymore. And you got people like him that still refuse. It makes no sense whatsoever. It makes no sense whatsoever. It's like sharecropping to me. You don't own nothing. The app controls everything. They control everything. They control the rates. They control if you get the job or not. You ain't the only person clicking accept. They control the access. Guess what? They can cut you off. You could go into the app and it can say access denied. Then what? Then what? How can you scale a glorified side hustle? Tell me how you can scale a glorified side hustle. How can you scale a hustle on the side? App, gig. How can you scale something that's based on demand opportunity. You sitting around parked waiting on a goddamn thing to go ping just to hit the button to wait another 10 minutes to see if you got it or not. It's designed to keep you in survival mode. It's not designed to build wealth because you don't control it. How can you build wealth on something that you have no control over? What do I say all the time? I said it last night. The reason I'm here today is not because I had a successful final mile company. It's because I had a successful moving company. Because guess what? Even with final mile, I'm still relying on the 3PL. And guess what? It doesn't stop there. The 3PL is reliant on the retailer. I know what it feels like to have an account with the 3PL and they lose the account with the retailer. So I lose it by default. Even though my trucks are doing good work, that doesn't mean that the other independent contractors and other master contractors in the 3PL that my trucks are at, or even nationally, are doing what they're supposed to do, because the way the retailer looks at it, their metrics are based on a regional or a national scale. Yeah, you got some good master contractors, some good independent contractors, but on the grand scheme of things, you guys suck. So if they lose it, I lose it. And guess what? If me and the 3PL don't see eye to eye on whatever, you lose it. Can't control it. Moving, I'm dealing directly with a consumer. There's no middleman. My success is based on how hard I work, how hard I market myself, how well I think on marketing myself, how good the service is that we're putting out there, our reliability, our dependability, our efficiency. Listen, this is my rate, $200, $300 an hour, 2-hour minimum, $200 truck fee. Times however many trucks, times however many jobs a day. And guess what? When those jobs are done, customer swipes their card, money in the account. My success, my fate is based on what I put in. I don't have to wait for Dynamics or T-Force or JB Hunt Final Mile or XPO to go send a sales guy to Home Goods or to Lowe's or to a Home Depot and do a presentation on how they can cover their final mile delivery on a national scale with 98% or 99% efficiency and uptime and so on and so forth, and then have to go through the bidding process against other 3PLs in certain regions to get that account so that they can be able to hire independent contractors or master contractors to actually do the work. I don't have to worry about that. I'm dealing with a consumer directly. I'm going to make sure we market. The marketing is going to be good. I'm going to make sure that we're responding to leads expeditiously. I'm going to make sure that when I get on the phone with these customers, I'm selling my business and I'm selling myself to close that deal. I'm going to make sure that when my guys go out, they're trained properly so that they're going in doing a good job so that that customer can come back and that they also can become an advocate for me and refer my company to their colleagues and to their friends and their families. I'm going to be the person that thinks of creative tactics. All right, we're going to do 10% off for seniors. We're going to do 10% off for students so that we can bring in more business. I'm going to be the person that thinks of creative things to put on the trucks that we wrap to draw in more attention. The amount of business that comes in there is based on my doing. My success and my failure is based on what I do or don't do. How can you build? And it's like I was arguing with this guy. How can you build something on something that if they say water turned off, you're done? For whatever reason. They could just say, all right, we don't want to deal with you no more. We're going to cut your app off. You know what? It's too much freight, not enough freight, too many people. We're going to cut some people off. Listen, if you've been inactive on this app for a week, we're cutting you off. We don't want you on those other apps. We want you on our app. So guess what? You got to do X amount of orders on our app, or we're making you inactive. And they've been known to do that. Why? Why do they do that? Because when they see people start to stray off the app, they know why. It's oversaturation. The people aren't making enough money. So guess what? All right, let's cut off. We got too many people. We'll turn it back on. We got to find a way to weed people out. All right, if you haven't done 50 orders, you got to do 50 orders in a week to remain on this app. If not, we're cutting you off. Then what? Why? Because now you're running a multitude of apps to cover your cost. And they do this all the time. Now you're in survival mode. You can't build generational wealth when you trying to survive. That don't make sense. You got to be thriving. Generational wealth, you got to be thriving. You're going to have your hiccups, but you need to be thriving majority of the time. You can't be in survival mode. That's what I'm saying. A gig and a business, two different things. A real business means you control everything, the pricing, the customers, the growth. This is why I always give my success to my moving business, not my final mile business. I look at the final mile success as just bonuses. That's just a bonus. I had to chase IKEA to 3 different companies. Dynamics lost it. Urban Express got acquired by XPO, and then XPO wanted to charge me. Well, they wanted me to get a $3 million umbrella on top of all the other insurance I had, and then took away my guarantee to $33 stop. I walked away from the shit. You want me to add a $3 million umbrella and you want to cut me? I'm out of here. Now I got to go find a new home for those trucks. Gigs control the work. You just a piece in their puzzle. Are you closer? Do you have the right vehicle to pick this order up? Who's the closest? All right, well, you know what? This guy's a little bit closer. Actually, this guy's sitting in the lot and he has a better vehicle, so we're going to give it to him. Even though you're right around the corner, he's already in the lot. Maybe next time. Customer calls me. Listen, I got a 1-bedroom. I'm looking to move August 1st. Now I got to turn up. Now it's on me. See, the app is going to control who gets it. It's up to me to sell myself and my business. I'm going to listen to the customer. I'm going to listen to everything in detail. I'm going to hear their plight, and I'm going to go in for the kill. Listen, I can send 3 guys. It's going to be $200 an hour with a 2-hour minimum. There's going to also be a $200 truck fee. The reason we're going to send 3 guys is because you're on the 3rd floor. You're moving to a 3rd floor. I understand that you said 2 guys, but it's going to be more efficient. That way we can keep 1 guy down at the truck. He can pack the truck. The other 2 guys can be upstairs wrapping and bringing things up and down. You're also moving into an elevator. Elevator bills tend to take longer. I know you did say when you sell it's an elevator so it can be quick, but in reality, elevator buildings take longer because the movers have to touch the stuff twice. They have to unload the truck into the elevator. You're going to the 45th floor. They have to go up 45 flights. Then they have to unload the elevator into the unit. And you said your unit is all the way at the end because you have a corner unit. You have the beautiful 180 views. I actually looked at a unit in that building about 12 years ago. You're in the Lex right there on 21st and right off of Cermak in Michigan. I actually looked at a unit in there back in 2013. I was thinking about moving in there, a corner unit. Yeah, so you got that 180 view. Are you on the north side of the building or are you on the south side? Oh, so you got the Lake Michigan view. Oh, that's great. That's great. It's beautiful. Well, I've been in that building plenty of times from where the truck is going to be at the dock to where the freight elevator, it is a long carry as well. more reason you need 3 guys. Yeah, you know what? When we did do the viewing, the freight elevator is a nice distance from where my unit is. Exactly. So I need to send 3 guys, so it's going to be 200 an hour with a 2-hour minimum. You want to move on the first. I actually did have a cancellation for the first. You have an elevator, you have to schedule your elevator in that building. All right. So I need to put you first thing in the morning. That's going to ensure that the crew is going to be on time. I have to be transparent with you. It's the first of the month. This truck that I'm going to put you on, it's going to have other moves that day. And if something goes wrong, there's a high possibility of truck running behind. This way we can ensure you that you're the first job, since there is a time stringent because you have to schedule the elevator. We'll put you first so that, we'll make that that's going to ensure that there's no one before you so that the truck isn't running behind. We can get you. You know what? That makes sense because last year the movers that I hired, they were 2 hours late. And I got them from there. Because I just solved their problem. See, when people call you, they're calling you with problems and they're looking for a solution. A lot of the things that are going on in their head, I already know what's going on because I'm good at what I do. So the things that they didn't talk about when they called and they pitched it, I answered those questions, and I created some form of, customers when they're moving, they're already stressed. So I created this scenario of worry in their head, but then I created the solution for it as well. Yeah, let's go ahead and schedule it. I didn't have a cancellation. I didn't have nothing on the schedule. I just like to schedule my trucks morning, afternoon, evening, because when you schedule them, you just put a random person in the afternoon or a random person at the evening. Now you have to schedule in reverse. You set your day with your first job, and then that sets the tone for the rest of the day. So I know if there's a 1-bedroom in the elevator, I know it's going to be at least 4 hours. So now I can set the window for the second one. Now I don't have to go look for a specific small job like a studio or something. I schedule it for at the morning and work my way down. I'm controlling it. The customer thinks they're controlling it, but they have no idea. I'm controlling it. They wanted an afternoon, and I talked them into a morning because it benefits me. You don't have that type of control. So how can you build a business? Generational wealth. You can't. They go down on the rates. You complain like we see on YouTube. Set my own rates. Pandemic, we was charging $300 an hour. The moment I said, listen, we're going to change the strategy, my exit strategy got to switch. I'm finna turn my bully up. We going to 300. If you going from a third to a fourth or fourth to fourth, I might go higher on you. And guess what? People paid it. You know why? Because they had no choice. Not too many people finna do a third to a fourth or a fourth to a fourth on a 90-degree summer day. They ain't going to do it because you can go right down the street and you all do it yourself. I go up, I go down. As long as I'm within the means of the Illinois Commerce Commission, I'm fine. You can't do that with a gig. You can't tell them, listen, man, y'all sending me to Home Depot to pick up 10 vanities. Yeah, I'm only going 10 miles, but I got to take these 10 vanities, they 50, 60 pounds a piece, up a flight of stairs. This only paying me $36. I got to go into Home Depot, wait in line, get the shit, then load the shit on the truck, drive, and then unload the stuff and take it up the stairs for $36? Listen, what you want to do, take it or leave it, because if you don't want to take it, somebody else going to take it, big dog. And then if don't nobody take it, they may go up $4. Somebody takes it. You call Mark to book that direct. Look, Mark, I'm doing a full gut rehab on this this 10-unit building I just bought, man, I need you to go send one of your trucks to Home Depot to pick up 10 vanities and bring it to the building. The contractor's there. You can just drop them on the first floor. First of all, it's going to be 2 guys. So they're going to pay for the labor and they're going to pay for the truck fee. I'm going to probably give them a flat rate because I know they're only picking up 10 vanities, and that's a whoop, bam, thank you, man. But guess what? They finna pay $250. That's a big difference from $36. Now, how do I know the rate is $36? Because I shot some roadie content. And that same example I gave is what they offered for that same scenario. It's a $250 job. They paid $36. And guess what? You have no control. Now you got all these people that built this life around Amazon Flex and Instacart and Uber. And now look. But when I told you this shit, I was a hater. I'm angry. You talking to a guy that's retired. I literally just did a live stream at midnight, after dark with Mark, and it's 12 o'clock now. I'm chilling. I'm comfortable than a mug. Comfortable than a mug. You know why? Because I did the work. The sacrifices were made. Everything that people want to get, I got because I did the work. I busted my behind for years. Because that's what it takes. I wish things were easier, but they're not. I wish, sacrifices didn't have to be made, but they did. Y'all know what my biggest sacrifice was. I talk about it all the time. The results of my sacrifice, I'm working to fix what I sacrificed. I'm working on that now. So let's get into this Daniel thing. All right. So last night, Mark After Dark, we reviewed. He did an episode where, if you didn't watch the Mark After Dark when I reviewed Daniel, Daniel was the guy that came on in October, and he was the guy that was in Denver. He got 3 kids, a 5-year-old, a 3-year-old, and I think at a 4 or 5 month old at that particular time. And he was doing Amazon Flex, and I was telling him to get a job because he's living at his mom's house with his wife that doesn't work and his 3 babies. And he wants to build a business off of this gig shit. And I was telling him no. And we were going back and forth, and he was just going on and on and on. Then he came back on again. I tried to go talk to him again. Then he came into the Discord Black Wednesday, which was Thanksgiving Eve. 6 hours I talked to this kid, and there was like 20 other men in that Discord room, and we were all trying to talk some sense into this kid. And then earlier this month, he came back into the Discord again. He got mad at me and stormed out again. Then he came on the call-in show about 3 weeks ago, and he was calm. Now, what I didn't know is that everything I told him was actually in fruition at that moment. He just didn't let us know until he did a video about it yesterday. So everything I told him, I said, you're not going to be able to cover rent. I said, your first rent payment, you ain't going to have it. Mark, you crushing his dreams. You a hater. How? He makes $200 a day, 15 hours a day, and he's not making it under his mom's roof with his family. What makes you think he was going to be able to maintain a family of 5 off of Amazon Flex, 1,000-something miles away in a bigger city, higher cost of living now? That's why I said, all right, well, y'all people that's complaining, make sure when he can't pay his rent, I want you to dig into your pockets. Anyway, everything I said was going to happen, happened. But he came out with another video today. Let's review it.
So, I guess it finally happened, man. I guess I got fired from Amazon Flex. I guess I had too many issues after all. You know, I don't even really care, man, honestly. Like, with me being done with the cargo van business, all that different type of stuff. Okay, you know what? Hold on. Let's actually stop, right? So that's what we're going to talk about today. Hold on. What we got? We got a lot to talk today. We got a lot to talk about today because some things happened, okay? Now, I've been up since you last seen me on the video. I haven't gone to sleep because last night, I know I was talking about the guy who at the nonprofit is basically I was talking about how I was having some problems with him and I wanted him out of there, and so I took away his administration access or whatever. And after I took away his administration access, I tried to shift over the hosting, and I guess I did something wrong.
Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, turn on post notifications.
Anyways, long story short, we were locked out of the website, and since I took away his administration access, he was locked out of the website. He didn't even know what was going on or whatever, and man, it was a bunch of drama. But I built a whole website last night because we thought we lost access to the website. I didn't get to finish it, but I just been working on that all day. But I'm out here doing Uber Eats because no more Amazon, I guess, right? Like, I don't really know how to feel about that. I just see so much more potential working with my mom at the nonprofit because...
Why does he see that potential? Because when he came on my show 3 weeks ago, the reason why, listen, because see, y'all wasn't in this last Discord. There was a few people in there, but he stormed out. He got mad. I ain't working no fucking job, and just left. But then a week or two later, he came in there real humble because everything that we covered on his last episode last night was going on. We just didn't know it until he put it out. And then I gave him the blueprint, which is what he's doing now. This ain't no shade because if you watch the last video, he gave me my props. But this is me helping him because I want y'all to go subscribe to his channel. I like Daniel for some reason, even though he's hard-headed and he has to learn, he wants to learn things the hard way. And it took him to get to this point to finally listen to me. Life had to kick him in his ass. But if you just listen to the OG, he wouldn't be in this situation because none of these motherfuckers that encourage, I said I wasn't going to cuss because truck stop is here. None of these people that encourage this nonsense ain't gonna reach in your pocket on the first of the month and help you with your rent. And then nobody reaching their pocket. He still ain't paid his rent. So my help to him is shedding light on his journey, shedding light on his channel, putting him in front of 40,000 people. And if y'all want to go watch his journey, go watch his journey. This is because I've given him everything. I've given him the advice, and I'm gonna give him this.
Like, that's why honestly, that's why I wish I could put like more time into as far as like as work goes, you know, because I don't know if y'all heard the video yesterday, man, go watch it. I'm gonna link it. And yeah, because I was talking about why I took a break from YouTube and how I started working with my mom at a nonprofit. I work from home as an independent contractor, kind of like doing project manager work, and some of my projects is, you know, fixing up the website and doing, man, I got a lot of different type of stuff that I'm doing, okay? But anyways, I'm up here at this McDonald's. I hate that shit. It'd be taking forever, so I'm just out here making a YouTube video, feel me? I mean, it's kind of funny, not really funny, but you know that I just got fired from Amazon, and I almost got fired last night too. My mom was pissed.
He got fired for Amazon Flex. Y'all can get fired for gigs out here? How you get fired from a gig? Listen, if you control everything, can you get fired? So tell me this. Explain this to me. Explain this to me. How can you get fired from something that you're looking to build generational wealth off of? Undefeated. Listen, all y'all little young cats, y'all can't never defeat me. I'm too old, got too much wisdom. If I tell you it's going to happen, it's going to happen. And it's not being pessimistic, just listen. Just listen. I know you mad right now. I know you mad.
Because she thought what was happening was because there's been a lot of drama going back and forth between me and the guy. I guess in reality I was acting immature, but it was for good concern though, you know, like I just had seen that the social media, it had 0 engagement for the past like 6, 7, 8 months, whatever. And the website was just, it looked good, but it just wasn't really fully functional. It was just like a bunch of stuff. Like you would just be scrolling on your phone forever or on the damn web page. You're like, damn, am I reading a damn book? Like, or is this just a website? So I was just looking at it like, damn, this is not marketable, you know what I mean? Hold on 1 second. Yeah, here for Uber, for Gino? All right, thank you. So, but no, some real shit. After that happened last night, my mom called me while I was at work. I was doing my last Amazon shift, probably ever. I don't know. We got another account under my wife's name. I don't really give a fuck
All
about
right,
these
so look.
companies.
Whoa, no, Daniel, you gotta give an F about him. Hold on. His mom mad at him because when I coached him when he came on the show a few weeks ago, I said, look, he was coming into reality finally. I said, look, take the opportunity with your mom that's going to present some stability because it's 20 hours, $25 an hour, and then just do the gig work afterwards. He went and did it, but then he went in there trying to control some shit. Daniel, I know you watching, Daniel. You speedballing. I told you to go work for your mom. Work for her. You went in there trying to control some shit, messing some stuff up. Now you done shut the website down because you trying to get rid of the web administrator who does this for a living, and now you done messed the website up.
After that happened last night, my mom called me while I was at work. I was doing my last Amazon shift, probably ever. I don't know. We got another account under my wife's name. I don't really give a fuck about these companies. They don't care about me. Anyways, I didn't.
Now you don't care about them. They don't give a F about you. But you argue me, Daniel, it's all love. It's all love because I'm telling people, go follow Millionaire McQueen. I want you to go follow him. He needs to get monetized. But you thought you could build a business off of him. Now you don't care about him. Everything that I told you, it happened.
Say that on camera. Don't worry about it. It's all right. So, I mean, yeah, I know people out there doing that type of stuff anyways. But on some real shit, though, like, that was stupid what I did. I understand that, right? But it, like, hold on. Like, it is what it is because I did what I did, you know what I mean? But, like I was saying, it was under some good intention because, you know, the 0 engagement on social media and the problems with the website, it was just that, I don't know, man. Now I see why it's kind of good to have somebody like that around because I didn't know what to do when that problem came up. I'm not gonna lie to you, but I did know to build a whole new website because I was like, worst case scenario, because if you know anything about building websites, the hosting, like that causes problems with loading pages and all that type of stuff. And that was the way to actually log into the administrator, was through one of those pages that wasn't able to load, and then we don't control the host and somebody else controls it. And so I tried to change it without permission, and then it flagged it, and then I don't know, maybe he sabotaged me, maybe I sabotaged myself. I don't really care no more. I was so damn tired, and he called this morning and he was like, what did you do? And I just told him what I did. All I did, this is so crazy because this was all I did. I got administrator access, right? And then I went in and I put him down a few levels to like subscriber from administrator. And then after that, I turned I think I turned one of his things off that shows every movement that's being made or whatever. And then the last thing I did, this is the thing that messed everything up. I installed this SiteGround for the hosting. I installed a plugin. Anyways, if y'all don't know about this type of shit, I'm not trying to like give too much jargon or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, but on some real shit though, I'm kind of thinking about, you know, one day, like, I'm just gonna follow in his footsteps because he does the full service, you know, whatever, social media marketing.
So basically, if you pay attention, he's delirious right now because he's been up for 2 days. Because now he's forced to do Uber Eats and DoorDash because Amazon Flex cut him off. Remember, he moved from Colorado to Dallas against my advice to do it. And they cut him off. So now he's got to do Uber Eats and DoorDash 24 hours a day because the cost of living in Dallas is kicking his ass. He's delirious right now. The reason why he's doing this is to stay woke. Look at his eyes. He's just rambling. He's delirious. I told him, I said, take the job with your mom. Take the job. He want to go over there and trying to run some shit. Now he done crashed, trying to fire the web administrator and then crash the whole website. So now her website is down. So now she mad at him. Listen, some people just need people to delegate to them. This is further proof on why not everybody makes it. There's a multitude of reasons why the cream rises to the top, the strong survives, the weak will perish. Decision-making skills. Some people have to openly admit, yo,
I'm not about to sit here and fucking say full service. The fuck? It's like a goddamn tongue twister. He fixed websites and shit. You know? No, I'm just saying. But for real though, because if I'm doing that shit now and I'm getting good at it, then, you know, I could one day have my own clients and stuff. And so that's what I'm saying. Like, this is just the best opportunity for me right now. You feel me? Hey, but all y'all out there in that cargo van still getting it, man, that's what's up. Or if you're trying to still get it, you know what I mean? That's what's up too. Okay, so some of the things that I learned from this experience, because right when it happened, man, like, you know, my mom was calling me, cussing my ass out, basically, and there was nothing I could do because I wasn't even at the computer, right? And so I started looking up stuff on ChatGPT and stuff, talking about some, you know, why I need to learn emotional intelligence and to just learn how to calm down and work with people as a team and think rational and all these different type of things. And, you know, those are not good signs of a leader, the type of thing that I did, which was immature and whatever, right? So I started to just think about.
Didn't I tell him that? Didn't I tell him that? Reality. See, when you're bouncing from your mama's house to her mama house and then back to your mama house, when each mama getting tired of y'all and y'all going back and forth, you still have that sense of security. That sense of security is gone. And remember, that's what I told him. I said, you're not ready. Even though your wife, your 3 kids are living under your parents' roof, you're not ready. Mentally, just from listening to the conversation, I knew he wasn't mentally ready based on what he was saying. What did I tell him? I said, you're selfish. You don't have the kids' best interest in mind. It's your job to make sure that their quality of life is good. And not only that, he didn't have the money. But he got encouragement from people that were telling me I was wrong. All y'all people, y'all need to collectively help him pay his rent. because I tried to save the kid. Y'all need to go send him some money. Go follow his channel. He's still MGM. I'm gonna always give him. But see what I'm doing? I'm doing this shit the same way I did it. Because guess what? He ain't got nobody in his life to really give him the real. I'm not gonna pacify it for him either. That's just not where I'm from. I ain't cut like that. He gonna get it real. He need a real talking to. So all you people that pacified him, I need y'all to cash app him. Because his rent ain't paid for February. And he's a content creator. And I want to help him get to monetization by shedding light. He gave me my credit already. He's told me I was right in a couple videos. But this is a lesson. This is a lesson. I don't care what nobody else say. Oh, this content creator said bullshit. Bullshit. Hours spent.
About just life in general and, you know, making rash decisions, whatever. And the crazy thing is when the guy called me, or well, I had to call him and whatever, he called me back, but when he called me, he wasn't even tripping at all.
You know why he wasn't tripping? Because you crashed the website, so now he's going to charge you more money to bring it back up. I wouldn't trip either. See, he knows his value. He knows y'all need him. Y'all need him. He don't need y'all. He's a freelancer. You crashed the website. This is your mom's business. So guess what? Guess who she has to rely on now to get it back up? You don't know about it. You went in there stepping on his toes, Daniel. Instead of going in there and keeping your head down, doing what your mama told you to do and getting that $25 an hour. You want to go in there and trying to push him out the way on some big dog shit. You not no big dog. He knows what he's doing because that's what he does. Now she has to depend on him. So yes, of course he's not mad because he finna charge y'all out the ass. As he should. Y'all little young cats, y'all don't know nothing.
It just made me feel even dumber, you know what I'm saying? Because I was all mad at him trying to, you know, oh, I got him up out of here, pew, you know, and then I know it's like I could laugh about it now, but last night that shit was real life, you feel me? But nah, for real though, man, it's just about trying to at least learn from your mistakes that you make and stuff like that, you know. Nobody's gonna be perfect, you know. I mean, I'm sure there's things that y'all was going through or whatever too, you know what I'm saying? But like I said, this is just my journey to become a millionaire, man. If y'all with this, you know what I'm saying? If y'all just want to see how it goes and shit like that, I got some more videos that I'm gonna be talking about soon. So just stay tuned, man. I appreciate y'all. Again, thank you. Now fuck that, I gotta keep talking, I don't know. The video gonna come out like 5 minutes. I started this motherfucker up talking about some.
Oh my God. Did this man just end the video and then come back from the video being ended? Hold on, bro. Did this man just...
Perfect, you know. I mean, I'm sure there's things that y'all was going through or whatever too, you know what I'm saying? But like I said, this is just my journey to become a millionaire, man. If y'all with this, you know what I'm saying? If y'all just want to see how it goes and shit like that, I got some more videos that I'm gonna be talking about soon. So just stay tuned, man. I appreciate y'all. Again, thank you. Now fuck that, I gotta keep talking. I don't know. The video gonna come out like 5 minutes. I started the motherfucker up talking about some, I'm gonna have a long video today. Hey man,
Yeah, he delirious. He delirious. He in that car, middle of the night. He said he been up for 24 hours doing Uber Eats and DoorDash. He delirious. He don't know if he coming or going. It's all fair. He a content creator. Go follow his channel. I want him to get to monetization. I don't do this. I like Daniel. But the time that I've spent with Daniel, both publicly on the channel and in the Discord, I think he's a smart kid. I think he's smart. But he's just not in touch with reality still. Reality is kicking his ass right now, which could have been prevented if he would have listened to old Marky Mark. But he's delirious right now because what he thought was designed for him just told him, get up out of here. What he thought he could build generational wealth with, this gig app, Amazon Flex, just kicked him in his behind and told him, scoop. What he thought he could travel cross country and take care of a wife that doesn't work, a 5-month-old, a 3-year-old, and a 5-year-old off of Amazon Flex, that I told him, like, bro, you are nuts. But some of y'all say, Mark, you a hater. You crushing his dreams, man. Da, 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 da. I'm going to ask Daniel for his cash out. I want y'all to pay his rent. Because you enabled him. Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did. Because you believe in this dumb shit too. You believe you can turn fucking water into wine. You ain't Jesus. You ain't God. You think $200 a day with 5 mouths to feed, a newborn infant, a 3-year-old, 5-year-old, and a wife that don't work, you think you're going to be able to make it off of $200 a day? Now look, y'all encouraged him. Told Big Mark, oh, Mark, you hating on. I'm hating on.
crazy though, for real. Damn, maybe we could just talk about AI, man. Like, do any of y'all use AI? Like ChatGPT or, I don't know, whatever?
The man having a conversation. Who is y'all? He's delirious. This was going to happen if you believe that you're going to be.
So, I got a lot of things. Like, I think I started using it to do the YouTube videos and stuff like that. And then when I started working with my mom, I really started using that ChatGPT. Like, just, I use it so much now, I don't even got the free version no more. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's real deal. Like,
that's another problem. Relying on AI, right? It's crippling people. AI is going to cripple people, especially people like him, people that are looking for shortcuts. It's going to cripple people. The man said he rely on it so much, he paying for this shit. Why? Now it's crippling you because now you're using your brain even less. Listen, I'm going to tell y'all this. Y'all think it's bad now? It's going to get worse. In 45 years, I've never seen things the way things were in the 80s. They were worse in the 90s. They were worse in the 2000s. They were worse in the 2010s. They're getting worse. Listen, look, just pay attention. From 2020 to now, there was some form of gradual decline in just things over my course of 45 years. But 2020 to now, it's like, man, when the pandemic came, it's like, man, people just accelerated the dumb shit. And it's going at a more accelerated speed of just ridiculousness. So now with this, and then even with him just saying what he's saying, that's going to provoke less thought, which means people are not going to get smarter. They're going to get less smarter. I'm not going to say the D word. They're going to get less smarter because they're relying on things. So they're not exercising their brain. So guess what? Critical thinking is going to go away. Critical thinking is going to go away. When a person is faced with something they have to think critically, they're not going to have that skill set. He tried. He did that though. He tried. See, that type of shit right there, see, that's the issue. Trying is one thing. His situation is another thing. So basically, forget the kids. You should try. Forget them. Oh, follow my dreams. See this type of shit? See that type of shit? This the type of shit that got him fucked up right now. See this shit? You know me, Big Margo always call out the foolishness. Yeah, Big Margo always call out the foolishness. Send him a few dollars then. So fuck the kids, right? He tried. Now they out there, he got to run 24 hours a day doing Uber Eats. He tried though. Send him a few dollars. Don't encourage the foolishness. Send him a couple dollars. Send him a few dollars. He tried though. Goofy ass shit.
I don't even know how to explain it, man. It just basically it helps me take my thoughts and kind of just not have to hold on to them. I could like put them somewhere, and I can be like, "Hey, you remember that thought? Bring it back." Like it's like a cloud for your mind. Damn, that sounds crazy as hell, ain't it? It's a cloud for your mind. Well, I mean, it's kind of cool to like upload your mind into a cloud, have the shit like calculated, and then spit it back out at you and tell you like it helps you process your thinking. Like, I mean, I don't know, that shit might sound weird the way I said it like that, but that's the first time I realized it's like a cloud, you know what I'm saying? But hey man, if anybody else used ChatGPT, man, y'all know, because I was against that shit for the longest, because I was thinking like, oh no, the AI gonna take over and stuff like that. And I asked the ChatGPT, will it take over? And you know, it's possible one day in the future, but I mean, what we gonna do? Just like really trip right now? Like, I don't know, man. If y'all really use AI, then you know it's not perfect. Like, go to ChatGPT and try to draw a logo or something. Like, it's not gonna come out perfect. Like, tell it to draw like 5 people, like half of the people's face is gonna be all messed. I don't know, man. You know what I'm saying? Shit, man. What y'all be on, man? You know what I'm saying? I know y'all out here trying to get to that bag, you feel me? Damn. Is that what this is all about? Money, 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 huh? You know what I'm saying? What type of businesses y'all working on? You know what I'm saying? How's that shit going? Just drop it in the comments. Let me know. You know, shit, man. I kind of feel like crazy about this cargo van. Because, dude, I put like a lot of time and effort into that. Like, it was 2 years in the making of getting the cargo van. And now, damn, just to realize that it ain't gonna work out for you, boy. You know what I'm saying? I had just got the cargo van. Like, I still got it, whatever. I could do something with it. I don't know, man. I'm probably just gonna start doing roadie or something. I gotta figure something out. Cause I think my wife is tired of going to pick up those roads for me. Cause plus it's like a waste, man. Cause she gotta go pick it up and then I gotta go deliver it. So it's like we got kids and shit. So either if she goes to the warehouse, but then she come back, but then we don't know where it's gonna send us, so then we both gotta meet there, you know. So that's not really the most gas efficient way to do it. Like, and if they ride with me, then it take too long or whatever, you know. They don't want to be sitting in the car all day, and what, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was gonna say what y'all be doing out there. Some people just be having a job, so I get that, and then the kids probably go to school and. Damn, just imagine trying to do this type of stuff like gig apps and shit like that while you got kids, and it's crazy. I remember ever since my son was a baby, I was doing Uber Eats, and well, he was a crybaby for a second there, and so we put him in the car and we went on a ride, and then ever since then they was riding with me when we went to go do Uber and shit together. Went to California. That was when we made our videos on YouTube. We was doing Uber Eats out there. Damn. Some crazy shit happened though, man. My grandmother passed away recently. That was crazy, man. Like, I hadn't seen her since, I think 2017. Me and my wife, we was out there. This before we had kids though, and I never took the kids to meet her, so I do regret that, you know. I've had a lot of time to process it. That was almost, damn, it was only about a week ago though, to be honest. Like a week and a half. The funeral was last Monday, so that was crazy. I remember when I first found out, I was on my way to do a Amazon route real early in the morning or whatever, and my stepmother had called me. You know, she married to my dad or whatever. It's my dad's mother who passed away, you know. Anyways, my stepmom had called me in the middle of the night or whatever. I was like, what the hell she want? And then she had just said my name, like, in the text message, and I was like, yes. And she, like, in the middle of the night. This shit was weird. But so anyways, I'm trying to figure out, like, is something wrong? Like, what's going on? And she like, yes, something's wrong. And then she like, I'm gonna call you, whatever. And, well, I was like, well, hold on. Like, I gotta wait till I leave for work. When I left for work, then I got on the phone with her. I'm like, damn, she's still up, because this was all happening through the night. I was waking up in my sleep and shit. But anyways, I woke up at like 4 in the morning or whatever, and she's telling me that my grandmother passed away. And damn, the first thing I thought was like, man, I just thought I had more time. So to anybody out there, man, you just never know, you know. So you got to make every day count, man. And well, I could talk about some other stuff, because I was kind of like a rebellious person towards my family and stuff like that. As far as not, I don't know how to explain it, man. I would have to talk about it in another video. Like, cause I really went all in on this entrepreneur thing, you know what I'm saying? And so obviously I left home and I got strong beliefs, like, and people are like, oh, you should never move away from your family. I feel like you should never stop chasing your dream. I like whatever that is. If that's for you to stay.
That's BS. And that's what this one people finna get mad based on what I'm finna say. That's situational. That's situational. You know why? Because, and it's just gonna be me regurgitating what I told him over and over and over again. Yeah, you shouldn't stop chasing your dreams, but when you have dreams, especially entrepreneurship, you have to plan. That's why when this guy asked me earlier this week, and I get this question 2-3 times a year, I don't understand it. Business plan. Why I got to do a business plan for? Business plan. All right. So if you're going to start a business, right, you need to plan for it. Chasing your dreams, you got 3 kids and a wife that don't work. Where the sacrifice going to come from? The sacrifice that you would have to make as far as the time spent with your family to work on the business, because ultimately the business is going to take care of the family. You don't got that time. You know why? Because you have to spend your time working to take care of your family. So when people come into my chat and when was encouraging this dumb shit, right? Even now, where are y'all at now? When he literally said he couldn't pay his rent in January and he still ain't paid his rent for February. Where are y'all at? Since I was wrong, where y'all at? I'm shedding light on his journey because I told him to create and just show your journey. Me putting him on my platform is helping him get closer to monetization. This is me helping him. Not only do I this way, y'all see the countless hours I spent talking to this kid. Do y'all know that this every time I talk to him, I get a headache? Because look who I'm talking to. His dream is going to have to be delayed, and he's having a hard time realizing that. You have to plan. Listen, I plan on starting a business. Maybe I shouldn't go have 3 little bitty kids back to back to back. You chose a family. If you watched the video yesterday, he lost his scholarship because he couldn't stop smoking weed. Life is about choices and decisions. You have to plan. This whole chasing dream thing is fine, but when you're tracing your dreams, you have to plan still. This is the part people keep seeming to forget or miss. You got a dream. Listen, I want to be an astronaut. I want to open a restaurant. I want to open a trucking business. How much is it going to cost? How much time is going to be spent? Do I think I can do it if I have 3 kids back to back? Where am I at in life financially? Where am I at in life mentally? All right, I got a kid. I made the mistake. I'm married. We're living at my parents' home. I'm having a hard time now. Would it be wise to do this again? Let me go work a job and then invest into my business secondary. No, you don't do that. You go have another kid and then another one. And we're still in this mentality of following my dreams. Listen, the moment you have a kid, your priorities shift because now you're responsible for a life. Someone that is dependent upon you for their quality of life. So when I hear people championing this shit, you are the same people that encourage him into the position that he's in. And this cricket's like a motherfucker. Where are the cash? Send him some money. This dream shit. You got a dream with no plan. A dream with no plan. What type of sense do that shit make? What type of sense does that make? NW Luke came up, yeah. Oh, tried to shit on me. Because I had a plan. The people that's trying to figure it out will shit on the people that had the plan and executed it. You got to have a plan. What he's still not doing is planning. He's just going. And I know he watching. He always watch. I'm his favorite content creator. I hold him accountable. He always gives me the credit. He don't like it. He said it multiple times. He don't like it, but he respects it because ain't nobody keeping it a buck with him. I'm going to keep it a buck with him. I don't care. Because it's clear he don't have that. This follow your dream. You can't follow. Your dreams get put on pause. You had 3 little babies. A newborn, a 3-year-old, and a 5-year-old. Your dreams is on pause. 24 hours he up Uber Eats and Door Dashing. Why? Because he got to feed them babies. Where you going to time to build a business? Because you never had a plan. You didn't listen to the OG. We're not 24 hours, whatever, 16 hours, because he spent another 8 hours crashing the website.
Home, then that's cool too, you know, but I wasn't trying to stay at the house, you know, and shit, bro, we out here now, you know what I mean? But,
wait, what did he say?
Another video. Like, because I really went all in on this entrepreneur thing, you know what I'm saying? And so, obviously, I left home and I got strong beliefs, like, and people are like, oh, you should never move away from your family. I feel like you should never stop chasing your dream. I like, whatever that is. If that's for you to stay at home, then that's cool too, you know, but I wasn't trying to stay at the house, you know, and shit, bro, we out here now, you know what I mean? But, you know, just be grateful for every day you get, and especially with your loved ones and that type of thing, you know what I mean? I think this lady just locked this door. I'm about to, guess, go through the drive-thru. Lucky. Fuck it. Oh, damn, they probably still gonna tell me to come inside. What? We'll see. Let's see what happens.
Hi, would you be using the mobile app today?
No, here for Uber?
How can I help you?
Yeah, here for Uber?
You have to come outside for Uber.
Oh, I just saw a lady lock the door. I didn't know. Okay.
Sorry?
The lady just locked the door, so I didn't know.
The lobby's still open.
All right. I knew that shit was gonna happen. Yeah, so everything has its bullshit. This is the bullshit behind Uber Eats. I just seen the manager lock the door. The lobby's still open, so
You probably saw the manager walk to the door. I don't mean she locked the door. She probably walked to the door to see if the door was open or locked. He didn't even get out and check.
well, I gotta damn wait for somebody to come out the motherfucker. That's crazy. It's crazy as hell. Damn. Right back to where I started, huh? Well, be right back. All right, man, I ain't gonna lie. I'm hella tired. I'm about to just call it because I didn't go to sleep last night. I'm not saying I couldn't stay out and pull all-nighter again, but I'm not about to do that, though. You feel me? So, hey, man, I appreciate y'all for watching this video, you know what I'm saying? Again, this is the Millionaire McQueen dream, man. You know, it's just gonna be about how we out here in Dallas surviving. It's a family of 5. You know.
Who gave him that idea on that call-in show 3 weeks ago?
If there's something y'all interested in, make sure to subscribe. I really appreciate the support, you guys. And leave any questions, or you know, if you just want to chop it up in the comment section. All right.
I don't know, bro. All right. I'm going to, continue to follow his journey. The reason why is because I guess I'm kind of invested into this kid now because I've spent so much time, you know, trying to, you know, talk to him because clearly he doesn't have anyone else to talk to. I understand he looks up and, he's said it multiple times on his platform that I'm the most influential out of all content creators. But he doesn't like the truth, right? But he understands that what I'm telling him, it's I'm being straightforward and honest with him. So I want him to be successful, whatever means of income that he needs to get, YouTube, whatever, any way I can support him, I will. So, I'll react to his content to shed light on him because I did tell him to do the journey based content, the struggle content. So if I told him to do it, I at least want to, help him, shed light on it. But in reality, it's unfortunate that the situation that he's in it because I tried to avoid him being in this situation. And I tried to tell him that everything that's going on was going to happen, and he didn't listen. So hopefully he comes up with his rent money. I said this year I'm not sending nobody else no more money. I'm not. Hopefully he's able to come up with his rent. Today is what, the 8th, 7th. Um, um, I don't know. I don't know what to say. Hopefully those people that encouraged him when I was trying to work, when I was working so hard to prevent him from doing that, those people that encouraged this foolishness that was in the chat and in the comments, hopefully y'all reach out to him and y'all help him pay his rent. I don't know. I don't know. So, I it is what it is. I don't know. Maybe he's here. I know he watches all my content. Maybe he's here. I'm gonna pin it to the top of the chat. See if he calls in. Daniel, if you watching, call in. I'm finna use the bathroom real quick. I'll be right back. See if he call in. Sit tight, Daniel. I gotta wash my hands. Give me 1 second.
Okay, thank you, baby. Okay, thank you. That's good. Thank you.
Screw big duck got one of them carrying that covered in gold. I do 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 carrying the stones. What's up, man?
Hey,
What's
what's
up,
up,
big dog?
Mark?
Man, what
What's
up?
going on?
See,
Hey,
Big
I
Mark.
appreciate you
Hey,
reviewing the videos.
yeah, man. I told you, man. Listen. However I can help, I want to help. However
Yeah.
I can help, I'm gonna help you. Now I'm gonna crack my jokes now because you should have listened to Big Mark. You didn't listen to the OG. You thought the OG was hating on you.
Yeah.
OG ain't no OG ain't gotta hate on you, big dog. OG comfortable. Where you trying to go, I've been there. Gotta listen. And then you going over there putting your foot in some business that you should have went over to your mom, just shut your ass up, let her tell you what to do. You going over there trying to big dog some shit, trying to push this dude up out his job. And now look, now he finna run a bag up on y'all because you done fucked the shit up.
Yeah, he fixed that
I
what
know he
happened.
fixed it. I know he
It
fixed it.
was
He charged you
associated
too.
with the hosting, so he controls
What's
the
up?
hosting.
So what's up, Daniel, man? What you gonna do, big dog?
Well, I think the best opportunity I got going on is at that nonprofit. So
That ain't
that's really
enough.
no, it's gonna be enough, Mark. Because as soon
How?
as we get some more grants, my position can grow.
Bro, ain't no
It's
if
grant season
then.
right now.
Listen to me, bro. Listen to me. Listen to me. We talking about now, bro. We not living for the what if, bro. Right now, you in survival mode. These are the words that came out your mouth. See, even if they didn't come out your mouth, I know what it is. Here we go. Did he hang up? Was the truth finna come and he didn't want to hear it? Well, yeah, Daniel, come on back now. I don't think he hung up. Did he hang up? Hey, Daniel, you got to come back, bro. I think you done switched over, took a call, or he did something. Yo,
Yeah, sorry about that. My wife called me. So
so can you hear me?
yeah, I can hear you.
You just disappeared, bro.
Again?
Do me a favor. Do me a favor. X out the app and then come back because you called me while you still had me open in another window. So close out the windows and then call back again. You heard me? Close out. Close out. Hello? Close out the windows, Daniel, and then call me back. Close them out. Close them out. Close both of them out and then come. Hey, Daniel.
It's still working?
Nah, because you got me open. When she clicked over, you opened me up in another window. So close out both windows. Close out both windows and then call me back.
All right.
You heard me? So close them out. He steady calling me. You got to close both of the windows out. Close out the window in the Safari where you called in and then click the link again. Close the window out in Safari and then come back in the live and click the link again. Wait, where he say his wife was at? Did he say his wife was not at the house? What did he say? I missed that part. I heard him mention his wife, but I wasn't. I was listening, but I wasn't listening. Come on, Daniel, click that link, big dog. I ain't got all day now. It's Friday. I got shit to do. Screw me, duck got one of them. Not coming in stones. I done spent 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 stones. Go, light the door, open and close. I done made $1 million. What's up, man?
Hey, what's up? It worked that time. I turned the phone off. And turn it back on.
So
Okay.
so here's the thing, Daniel. You got a situation right now, big dog. You need work now. You need to be working 60 hours a week, Daniel.
So right now I'm working from 10 to 2 with my mom, and then I don't know what you talking about outside of that.
Wait. That's 4 hours, right?
Now I understand
So
that, but what type of
so
job
that's,
would you recommend for that?
man, go to Walmart, go to Target, push carts. They're gonna pay you about $18 an hour to be a cart attendant.
So go push
Go
carts at
go
Walmart.
go push carts. Ask them to go work in the stock room. That may be unlikely because it's January. I would go to Target. I would go to Walmart. I would go to the grocery stores. I would go to Home Depot, Lowe's. Retail may be sketchy right now because it's January and they probably land people off, but I would still go apply. Go to warehouses. You are in Texas. So, a lot of the migrants is running for their life right now. So warehouses will probably have some opening slots. Go learn and get certified how to drive a forklift. Go work on a processing line in a warehouse. Go to warehouses. Go to big box retailers. You need a job, big dog. You need a full time. You need at least something that you're doing at least 8 hours a day. You get the 4 hours with your OG. That's gonna give you 12, and then go do your Uber Eats for 4 hours. I'll give you 16 hours. You get home, wash your behind, eat, spend a little time with your kids, get you about 5 hours, 6 hours of sleep, back up it. This what you got to do, big dog. That's the blueprint for you. That's the blueprint for you, bro. You ain't got no
Okay.
choice, Daniel. You ain't got no choice. You know why? For what I told you the first time, you got 3 kids and a wife that don't work. You the head of the household. You the man. So you got to sacrifice your time, right? And your resting time and all that shit because of what you holding and what I'm hearing in the background, big dog. Those are the choices and decisions you made. So now you gotta step up to what you created. You need to be working, bro. You need to be more work, less working for her 4 hours and being up another 20 hours doing Uber Eats. Uber Eats ain't gonna get what you need, bro. That's why you out there and not
Well,
24 hours.
I just wanted to clarify. I was up all day, finished trying to put up the website because I messed up the website. So,
All right. All
yeah.
right. Well, here's the thing. How long you working for her 4 hours? How long you doing DoorDash?
Well, yesterday I did do it for like 10 to 12 hours.
That ain't enough.
That's a 16-hour day.
So, you said 10 to 12 hours plus the 4 hours. Okay.
Yeah.
What'd you do in that 10 to 12 hours
Well,
as far
I
as
also made
money?
another YouTube video while I was out there, but
Listen,
what do you
that
mean? How much
YouTube.
did I make?
How much did you make doing the gig shit, bro?
Not enough. But it's
Uh,
also like, how much could I make doing a regular job out here? $16 an hour?
what? 17, 18? Let's say 17. $17 an hour. What they paying down in Texas right now? What? $17 an hour, maybe?
Not
I
for
don't know.
entry level. I mean, for Amazon.
That bro, stop with the Amazon shit, bro. I'm talking about okay, go to Amazon. I'm not
I'm saying
telling you
that's
that
the
I
only
didn't.
job I know that paying 17. But I think entry
All right,
level gonna be about 15 out here.
all right. So go to 17. Go to Amazon. I forgot about Amazon. Go to Amazon. Go to Walmart. Go to Target. Hell, go to fast food. Somebody's saying you can make 17 hours doing fast food down there. Go to a warehouse. Go somewhere. Listen, bro. Listen to me. I got your best interest. I've had your best interest since the first time you brought your ass up on my channel. It's unfortunate that you had to see things what I told you was going to happen, it played out exactly like I said it was. I wish it didn't have to go that way, but you did the opposite. You here now, so guess what? Now you have to go do everything that I said, but now you playing catch up because you done moved away. You don't have that level of security that you had at home, which I disagree with it, but the situation, it is what it is. So at least you had that level of security as far as being under your mother's covering or under her mother's covering, wherever y'all was at with y'all family. You would have had that level of security, which would have allowed you to work your way up out of it if you would have been adapted the mindset that you have now. Then what's forcing you to adapt to that mindset now is being on your own in reality. That sense of security is what enabled you to be lazy. So it's probably good that this shit happened, because I don't think your mindset would have ever changed. But now you got to go to work, big dog. You ain't never going to do. You have to. Because guess what? All the motherfuckers that championed that shit and told me I was bogus and shit, how many motherfuckers sent you a cash app? Because I've been telling them to cash app you. How many cash apps you got? Nobody.
Nobody sent me
Exactly.
nothing.
Ain't nobody sent you shit. Exactly. So all the motherfuckers that was running around and telling me I was bogus for telling you when I'm crushing your dreams when all I told you was reality, where they at? This all you hear. Did you pay your rent this month yet?
No, I said
All right.
I paid half of it.
Half of it. When was rent due?
On first.
Okay, exactly. Has anybody chipped in? All these people that told you, fuck Mark, follow your dreams, go to Dallas, follow your dreams. Have any of them people helped you pay your rent? Because you was late on January's rent too, from what you said in your video, right?
Yeah, but I did pay that one by the 3rd though. But,
okay, you paid that one by the 3rd. Okay, so the 5th is the late. So you got a late fee now, right?
Yeah.
All right. So, and you still owe half.
Mm-hmm.
How much is your rent? So you pay what, $750?
Yeah.
And you still owe $750. All right. So everything that I was telling you, even the people, ain't nowhere to be found.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not even asking nobody for nothing, but
No. You don't have to ask nobody. It's the point. Here's what I'm saying, Daniel. You have to make well-informed decisions based on your situation and based on your family. Your main priority right now should be their well-being and their quality of life. I'm regurgitating everything I told you 3 months ago. Everything I told you in the Discord, everything I told you each time you came up on the channel.
Mark, on some real shit though, man, I understand what you're saying about getting a job, but let's just say I could get a job today and I started today. Now, how long is it going to take me to get that first check?
Depends on the job.
Can
you afford a job? Yes, you can afford a job.
What am I going to do for the next 3 weeks until I get my first check?
Daniel, I haven't worked a job in years. All right. So but what I'm hearing, I don't know how true this is, but I heard there's some companies that will allow you to take 50% of your pay every day using an app. I heard Amazon does it, right? And I heard there's other companies that will allow you to withdraw 50% of your pay. I think you pay 1%. I know Amazon does it. I don't know what other companies do it, but the traditional way of back in the day where you had to work 2 or 3 weeks until your first check and then you get a check bi-weekly, I don't think things work like that anymore. Even I had to transition from a bi-weekly pay schedule to a weekly pay schedule. I transitioned in 2017, I believe, from bi-weekly to weekly to paying my people. Now, I'm hearing that you can get paid the same day. Amazon, I heard they pay you the same day with an app. They give you 50%. So I would inquire, within. 2, I'm pretty sure if you told your mother, mom, or your mother-in-law, mom-in-law, listen, I got a job. I don't get paid for the first 2 weeks. But here's, you're doing the gig work, right? You're doing the gig work,
Yeah,
right? When does your
yeah.
mom pay you? How often does your mom pay you?
I've only gotten paid once. I think it's bi-weekly.
So she pays you bi-weekly. All right. How
Yeah,
much
so
money do you go ahead?
I'm just saying I just got my first paycheck from her because I only been working with her 2 weeks. This was my third week working with her.
All right. So how much do you make? How much did you make yesterday doing Uber Eats?
Like 180.
And you made 180 in what, 12 hours?
No, I would say 10 hours. I mean, I didn't
So
track exactly. I left it like around
all right. So
I
that
don't know,
equals
10
to that
hours.
equals about $60. So you said 10 hours?
Yeah, it's like minimum wage job already.
Hold, bro. Stop it, bro. 10 hours, 180. So let's say $90 in 5 hours, right? All right. So if you go work 4 hours doing gig work, you work the 4 hours with your mom, you work 8 hours, right? That's 12. And then you go give your gig shit 4 hours. And let's say that gives you somewhere between $50 and $90 a day. The $50 and $90 a day, that's what you use to get back and forth to work. The difference, you use that. Y'all on government assistance, right? You got EBT?
Yeah.
All right, so you don't got to pay for food. The difference, you getting back and forth to work, that's what's going to keep you going until you get that check and that mom's check. And then once you get that first check, you make sure you got the money to put in your tank, cover your bills, and then that app money is what's keeping you going until you get to what you need to get to. On your off days, all right, this is what you got to do. You got to go burn the midnight oil after them 4 hours running that bag up doing the apps. If you're doing a Monday through Friday thing, then Saturday and Sunday, you gotta get out. Ain't no days off, big dog. You gave that shit up. Ain't no days off. That go your blueprint right there, big dog. You should be working 16 hours a day, minimum. Minimum. Minimum, big dog. So stop thinking about this minimum wage shit. You ain't in no position to say minimum, maximum, in between them. Nothing. You need whatever it is, you need it. You can't frown up on minimum wage. You ain't that guy. You ain't that guy. You know why you ain't that guy? Because of them three little kids. You got 3 under 5 or 3 under 6. You have to take whatever. If I say, listen, I got an opportunity for you to shovel shit in the alley and I'm going to pay you and it's going to pay decent, it's going to pay fair, then put your boots on. Put your boots on, put your gloves on, and go shovel shit. You aren't in no situation based on your circumstance to look down on shit. It'd be different if you just had to fend for yourself and you wanted to live like a Viking because all you had to fend for was yourself. It's not fair to the kids, bro. You wanna live and chase your dreams and it's just you to fend for? That was what should have been in the plans. You didn't create a plan. If you wanted to make this shit work by any means necessary, then you shouldn't have made the choices and decisions that you made. See, when it's just you can take more risk. Your risk tolerance is higher. Your risk tolerance is low, bro. Low.
So you're saying work until I'm able to build up full time working with my mom because that job is gonna pay more and she'll give me a raise too.
Bro, you don't know what the situation is. You may go to Walmart and you may just you don't know. You may be good at it and they may give you a raise. They may offer you a supervisor position. You may end up making more there. Who knows? See, that's the thing. You don't know. See,
Well, but
you're go ahead.
I'm saying, man, I really think that this nonprofit, that's something that I'm really passionate about now. Like I've become a part of the program. I've done all kind of research. I've done all kind of strategic thinking about where we can take it. We're in the middle of rebranding it right now. It was a woman BIPOC only brand, but then it's for entrepreneurs, and they have a youth entrepreneurship program. And I was telling my mom, like, so you want them to put their sons into a program that's ran by a feminist organization, and then so all these ideas I've been giving to her. Now she's open to creating a more inclusive nonprofit to where we could be more marketable to a wider audience while still having focused development programs for BIPOC women, immigrants, Hispanics, instead of just niching down so strong into the feminist organization, especially what's going on with the DEI and Trump. And so all that stuff was good during the Biden administration, which is why she
Hey,
got her.
hey, 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 fuck all that shit, bro. All
What
that
you
shit
mean, fuck
sound
all
good.
that shit?
Hold on, I'm
What
finna
do you
tell you.
mean?
I'm finna tell you. Fuck all that shit.
Walmart
You
better
know,
than that.
hold on. All that shit is good and dandy. Can your mother pay you enough money right now to take care of your family?
I just told you she's paying me
Hold
4 hours
on.
a day.
So is that enough to take care of your family? Hold on. Is that enough to take care of your family right now?
Today, I just said I
Now,
work a job until I can do the
Daniel,
nonprofit
answer the
full time.
question. Fuck all that shit you talking about.
Wait,
Can
you
she
always you don't be thinking rational either, Mark. Because I'm trying to
I,
have a conversation with you, and you just
rational?
ignored
No,
everything I just said.
I heard
You said
everything you
fuck
said
all that shit. Walmart
because
gonna pay you today.
no, I didn't say nothing about Walmart. Listen to what I'm saying, Daniel. Is she paying you enough today? Can she afford to pay you enough today to take care of your family? Yes or no? Yes or no? Yes or no?
No, I just
All right, stop.
you're
Stop.
not
So
listening to
guess
me
what?
though either, man.
I don't have to listen to you because you're not making sense. Your kids got to
You're
eat
not making
today.
sense either.
All right.
That don't make sense,
Okay.
Mark. You're not even listening to what I'm saying. You keep saying, "Is she gonna pay me enough today?" I'm trying to tell you the problem. The problem is that we need another grant before she can pay me more. So we're working on grants right now. But I just told you the problem with her vision is that it's the feminist movement and what's going on right now. They're getting rid of DEI and all that shit. So how's she supposed to go and get a grant based off of that wording? So I've been helping her rebrand the website so that we can actually attract the type of funders who, you know what I'm saying? That's what we're doing right now to come up with the next grant. She's writing grants right now. She just turned in one for $1 million grant.
Mhm. So that's what you're gonna wait on, then, big dog. So just
What are you talking about,
struggle.
Mark?
So
She
struggle
she
today,
she
right?
raised over
I
three
got you.
hundred thousand dollars within her first 2 years. This is her third year, so she's just turning in all these grants. It's grant season right now.
All right.
But I just said I would work a job until I can work full time with my mom. That's what I was saying, right? Does that sound smart or that don't sound smart?
Here's what I'm telling you. All that stuff you talking about on the what if, that's great. And I hope and I pray that all that stuff happens. I hope she gets the $1 million grant, and I hope. But right now, your mother can't even afford to pay you 8 hours. She can only afford to pay you 4. And I believe she's doing that to help you out in your situation. You're missing what I'm saying. Right now, your kids got to eat today, my dude. Your kids are present today, my dude.
I just said
All
I'll
that,
get a job today.
hold on, pimp. Hold on, pimp. Because now you got to tuck your tail. And I know this is a humbling experience. But you still ain't getting it. You still don't know how to be humble and just leave that shit at that. You still ain't getting it, bro.
I just don't believe what you telling people. Go work at damn McDonald's and
You ain't
Walmart.
gotta
Like that's gonna
believe it.
be
No,
life
no, no,
changing
no.
shit.
I'm not telling people that, but I'm
It's
not
gonna be
selling
broke as
dreams.
fuck out here for real. If
No,
I
you ain't. You
damn
broke. You broke
rely
now.
completely on
You
Walmart,
fucked up. You fucked up
fuck
now.
am I doing?
I didn't say rely on Walmart, young man. Daniel, listen to me. Listen to what I'm saying. Life is based off of choices and decisions. Everybody's situation is different. A person who's your age, born the same day as you, that took a different path, a person that's your age, born the same day as you, that don't have the responsibilities that you got, they're going to have a higher risk tolerance to you. They're going to be able to make the sacrifices and do the things that you can't do. You want to chase your dreams, but you made choices in your life that's going to hinder you. It's going to make it harder for you to chase your dreams because you dealing with the now. You got to make sure 4 other people are taken care of before you chase anything for yourself. This is what you not realizing, young man. You are the head of the fucking household. Your responsibility is to make sure they straight before you fucking worry about you. Fuck is you talking about, bro? All that shit you talking to me, that shit don't mean nothing to me, Joe, because I ain't never told you nothing wrong. And everything I told you was going to happen when you looked at it from negative point, all these goofy motherfuckers that was championing your goofy ass in the chat, ain't nobody reaching their fucking pocket right now and helped you pay your rent that you behind on. Don't tell me what the fuck I'm talking about is wrong. I know what the fuck I'm talking about. Why? Because I lived through this shit. Business and in life, nigga. Fuck is you talking about? You got me up every time I talk to you, get a headache. I get a headache. But everything that I tell you comes into fruition. Listen. You talk about this generational shit. Motherfucker, you will never get a chance to experience. If you create it, you won't get a chance to bask in what you created. You're going to die building it. The next generation going to create it. You're not willing to put in the fucking work. You're not willing to make the sacrifices based off the choices and decisions that you made. Fuck you talking about? This is the life that you created, bro. If you have to work your hands and your feet to the bone gristle to make sure they taken care of, then that's what you decided to do based off the decisions that you made. If you wanted to be rich, if you wanted to create generational wealth, then you should have planned things more accordingly. Not to say that it can't happen, but it is going to be more difficult for you based off the choices and decisions that you made. And this is what you need to come to terms with. All this quick rich, get quick rich, all this goofy shit, it may happen for some people, but it's going to be people that aren't in your current situation.
All right, work the job, do the nonprofit, do the Uber Eats. All right.
And do whatever else the fuck get thrown at you that's paying. Now you gotta make me cuss, and I got corporate people in here. See, now you done made me cuss. I had to cuss. See, that means you now the headache coming next because you just don't listen. Why is it when I talk to you, you just don't just all right, Mark? Like, haven't I shown and proved enough and been 1,000% correct enough for you to be like, man, everything this motherfucker done told me, even the shit that I didn't think has come true. Let me just listen to this dude, because this dude done told me everything, and everything he says just happens. I ain't proved to you enough that I know what the hell I'm talking about for you to just shut your ass up and listen.
No, because that's not how I think. But I'm listening to you. I'm just like, I do see a lot more potential with the nonprofit. You acting like that's like a down the road years
No,
later.
it is.
Like,
It is down the road. It is down the road. It's not now. See, Daniel, you just said in your video you're in
you don't
survival
even know
mode.
what we doing though.
Daniel, fuck what you doing. Listen to what you saying. You just said it in your own video. You're in survival mode. You haven't paid your rent. Fuck is you telling me about some shit that you writing a proposal? That proposal has to get presented. It has to go through different layers and processes before it's even granted. And that shit could take weeks, months, years. You're in survival mode now. Your rent isn't paid now. What are we talking about here, bro?
Yeah, man. I don't know, dude.
Listen. No, I know you don't know. Your rent isn't paid. So let's break it down. Your rent isn't paid, right? So who's being affected? Hold on, Daniel, listen to me. Look at me. You not paying your rent, who's going to ultimately be affected by that if you get your ass put out?
My children.
All right, then. Fuck was we talking about, bro?
Yeah, but they don't. Okay, I said okay for now, man. But even when we was just talking about the AI shit, you telling people get a job like that's gonna be something stable for a long time. That's AI shit is here, Mark. Like you don't think about that. All those people who work at a warehouse, people who drive, deliver stuff. You don't think those are gonna be the first people phased out? They already did it at McDonald's. You go to certain locations and it's only kiosk and shit. In the drive-through, there's nobody even working the drive-through. There's already fully automated McDonald's right now. You telling me go work at McDonald's or Walmart and you'll be stable so that you can provide for your family. I'm saying I'm trying to focus on what I can actually do in the future. Like, but you keep just bringing it back to, well, survival mode today. You can't pay your rent. Okay, today I get a job, but I still need to be looking ahead towards the future and be innovative. That's all I'm saying. Plus, I gotta still be happy, regardless if you said it ain't about your happiness.
Man, fuck your happiness, dude.
Yeah, but I
Hey,
don't.
check this out. Check this out. Your
You could keep
happiness.
saying that, dude.
Fuck all.
But
No, I won't keep saying it. You know why?
these
Let me
younger
tell you
kids,
something.
younger than me, man, that
Fuck
shit
them,
is
bro.
important, bro. They're killing themselves and all kind of stuff.
Daniel. You laid down. You had one. You did it again. You did it a third time. It's your job to make sure they're happy. Fuck your happiness. You
Who said
still
they're not happy?
selfish. Daniel, you less than 60 days from being homeless. You haven't paid rent. What is you talking about? You can't be happy when you Daniel, listen to me. Shut up and listen. Get this shit through your head, man. How can they be happy? Yes, they're not aware of what's going on. They're not adults. They're not aware of what's happening right now. You moved against my advice, and everything I told you was going to happen, it happened immediately. I told you you was going to have struggle from the moment you got there. And since you've been there, your situation has gotten worse. It hasn't gotten better. Listen to me. Stop worrying about shit that don't got nothing to do with your current situation. In order for you to worry about things later on and chasing your dreams and shit, you have to get yourself out of this current mess that you got yourself in. You need to focus on the now. Your focus should be focused on now. AI is going to cripple a person like you because you don't make well-informed decisions now. Your critical thinking skills now aren't good. In this current situation, you're not thinking critically. There's no way on God's green earth I'm in your situation. A newborn. How old is your middle child?
3.
How old is your oldest?
6.
You got a 6, a 3-year-old, and a 5 months old?
Yeah.
I would be working right now.
Well, I just was working, but
Listen. Your mindset, I just couldn't have it, bro. Here's the thing. Your kids, they need you. They're helpless. You have to make the best decisions for your family. And you're not doing that. You're still thinking selfishly. You need to be focused on today. See, what's happened is you've thrown in the towel in the cargo van business because you finally realized what I was telling you wasn't going to work. And throwing in the towel, I don't think that was the right answer, but I guess you were forced because what I told you anyway, Flex just got rid of your ass because you can't build a business off of gig app, which I told your ass, but you didn't listen to me, and they just got rid of you for whatever reason. Now, you didn't say that in the video. You didn't say why they got rid of you, but nonetheless, I was right there. Whatever you need to do to keep some form of stability in your household, you need to do it. All this talk about AI is coming and I'm supposed to be broke forever, it's a possibility you may be broke forever. You may be broke, but if you're working and all your money is going to a good quality of life for your family, it's because of the choices and decisions that you made. A lot of our parents sacrifice so that their kids could have a better life. The boomers, my parent, People that are my age as parents, they worked for 30-something years, bought homes and apartment buildings so that, God forbid, when they pass on, they could leave something behind. And that was a great time to invest. But somewhere we lost our way. Those 30-something years that our parents worked, that was the sacrifice. My OG used to, but she couldn't afford to keep me in $125 sneakers. But she made the sacrifice by being an educator, being a teacher. She saw, because she's in the classroom with kids, that kids are cruel. And the kids that were wearing Pro Wings that were getting made fun of, it reflected in their grades because they were spending time having to defend themselves because they were being laughed at and ridiculed and mocked. So being a teacher, she sacrificed and kept me in Jordans. Why? Because I didn't have to worry about kids making fun of me because I was in Pro Wings. I could focus on my schooling. She used to sacrifice. She went without. We were poor. My mother worked regular school. In the summer, she worked summer school, and she worked after fucking school. When I got off the school bus, I had to go to my grandma's house. My mom, when school was out at 2:30, she worked after school. In the summer, she worked summer school. We were poor. Why is she working all this? So that me and my brother, she could, when Jordans came out, she can get them for me. My brother, as bad as he was in Mike's. You selfish. It ain't about you. It's about the kids. You might work yourself to the point where you don't get to reap the benefits of labor, the benefits of none of the labor you doing.
Okay, Mark, I'm gonna just listen because obviously that's what my mom did. She did the same thing you saying your mom did. You know.
You went to college, right?
Yeah.
When you fucked up, who did you turn to when you was coming up as a shorty?
My mom.
All right. Did she work?
Yeah, she worked her whole life,
She's still working.
but she working for her own nonprofit.
Okay. All right. So here's what I'm saying. It touched you when I gave you the story of my parent because it resonated with you because it made you realize your mother did the same for you. So now you got
Yeah.
a family of your own. You can't think selfishly. If you wanted to chase your dreams, I'm gonna be straightforward with you. You should have thought about that before you had a family. One kid, you probably could still do it, but once you got delved into the 2, into the 3, and you still living in the crib, now you living in your mama's crib with a family of 5, and then when your mama get tired of you, you go over to her mama, and then when her mama get tired of you, that should say, listen, I ain't even got my shit together, and I got my own family. I have to make sure we're taking care of the day. My dreams done got put on the back burner. If I ever get to them, I get to them. But right now, it ain't looking too good. These stupid motherfuckers that encourage your behavior that was going back and forth with me because you was up there with this sad ass story, fuck them, because now them motherfuckers ain't put a dime in your pocket and you ain't paid your rent. It's quiet than a motherfucker in here now. They probably laughing at you.
Oh, sorry, man. You're funny as hell, honestly, dude.
Oh, okay.
I'm just saying. No, every time you
Yeah, no,
like,
I'm
I'll
funny
just
to
be
them.
laughing.
Yeah,
No, you
laugh.
funny.
Oh, okay.
I believe in what you're saying.
I think you funny.
I'm gonna just say okay though, because you know I like to
I'm
be
funny.
argumentative, but you
I'm
know what you're talking
argumentative.
about, John. Huh? No, I said I like to be argumentative, so I'm just gonna
Oh,
listen to what you're saying instead of going back and forth with you because nothing that I would have to say really matters. What you're saying is the reality. What I'm saying is, that's besides the point. So I'm just gonna save my commentary Cause that's why we be going back and forth. Cause I just don't be saying shit, and then you say the stuff that's relevant, and then I go off on another tangent, and then so I'm not gonna do that this time. I'm just gonna say, okay,
That's
you're right.
but see, that's the problem. When you go off on these tangents, I can tell there's people in your life that just walk away. They don't challenge you. They don't challenge your thought process. See, me, I challenge your thought process, and I don't give up on you. When you say something stupid, I call it out. That's dumb as hell. Maybe it's my culture based on where I come from, based on you coming from Denver, Colorado. I don't know. But over here, listen, Joe, that's dumb as hell, bro. You tweaking. My homies, we treat each other the same way. My cousins, no, that shit is stupid, bro.
No, it's not that we don't have real niggas out here or in Colorado. It's just that I was just always one of them kind of weirdos, I guess you could say.
Okay. Well, yeah, we see that. But check this out. You can't be a weirdo when it comes to your family and make bad, ill-advised decisions.
Yeah.
You have you got 4 responsibilities now because your wife is a stay-at-home. You refuse for her to work. So you got 4 other people to take care of, and 3 of them are under 5 or under 6.
Mm-hmm.
So what we talking about, big dog? We
I
like we
thought
what,
that
we are you talking
do
about
the
shit?
do the
Take your ass to
nonprofit,
work.
do the
Take
full
your ass to
time
work.
job.
Yeah, do that. Go find your ass a job. Nigga, I don't give a fuck if you gotta push carts at the grocery store. Go do it. You ain't in the position to turn shit down. Go push carts until something better comes along. Go fold clothes in the stock room. Go bag grocery. Because all the motherfuckers that champions you ain't motherfuckers said shit. It's crickets like a motherfucker. And I know they in here. And they ain't said, man, what's his cash app?
It's hard because they didn't got it either. But
All the ridicule that I got for you. No, I know they ain't got it. I know they ain't got it because they following this false bullshit too.
yeah, but honestly, that's why I like you though, Mark, because it's a lot of us that do fall for this. Like, you quit your job, you could get rich, like all that shit. That's a reality for people. Like in their mind, they really think like I could just become rich and that's how it works. That's not how it works. You have to, I guess, get a job until you could build up the business or until you could live stable. That's the fucking stop worrying about the business. That's my problem. Trying to keep worrying about the business. So, anyways, that's what I'm gonna just listen to you, man. I'm gonna look for a job and then I'm gonna just do what I'm doing until I could be stable for a long time, save up a lot of money, make sure I got enough to live for a year if anything happened before I even think about investing or doing whatever. So that I don't ever have to end up broke again and so that I don't jeopardize my family and so that they can live a happy life. I'll just take the sacrifice.
You need to create a plan, man.
Okay.
Create a plan, bro.
All right. I'm gonna next time I talk to you, I'm gonna tell you I got a plan, but that'll just be the next steps.
I, it's something I want to tell you, but I don't know, bro. Talking to you sometimes it upsets me, but I don't know why God is just I don't know, bro. I sometimes I ask God like, why he put me in this position?
Mark, because I think
I
that
I
there's a
I, I
lot of
just
people like me out here, man. So you're helping other people through me.
but man, like y'all don't listen. It's not good for my headache. My head hurting. I don't like that. I don't get headaches, bro. But I get headaches when I talk to you and some other people. I don't. It's not like I don't want to see you win because I've talked to you offline for hours when wasn't nobody around.
Yeah.
So but this is good for your content because I want you to win over there too. But that's going to take time. You know why? Because you're doing it off your journey. It's no like value as far as entertainment and education. So your journey, so it's going to take time. So I think you need to sit down and you need to plan, bro. You need to really spend some time while you're out, while you're working, just thinking, planning, coming up with a plan, a 1 month plan, a 3 month plan, 6 month plan, a 12-month plan, and then executing it, setting those milestones and trying to meet those milestones. Whatever your 3 month plan is, you need to work towards it. Halfway there, check. All right, am I 50% to where I should be? All right, cool. If you're not, then you need to pick up the pace. You need to set these goals, these timelines, so you can have something to work towards. You just willy-nilly with it. And I want you to face the reality that, and I hate to say this because I know your generation is like, oh, he's crushing my dreams. Listen, you may have to face the reality that your dreams may not come into fruition based on your decisions. You have to work yourself out of the situation that you're in now and then circle back to following that. You got to put that on the back burner, bro. And it ain't a dream crush, it's a reality. When shit hit the fan, all right, we gotta go back to the drawing board. We gotta put certain things on the back burner. We gotta turn up, put our head down, put our boots on, put them gloves on, throw that mask on and go ahead and get to it.
Well, shit, I'm listening to you, Mark, man. I do gotta hop off though. I appreciate you, man. Like for real, I'm listening to you. Like I really was listening to you that whole time you was live, and then towards the end, I jumped on, but I was doing my nonprofit work. But that's when I called you when
Go
I was done.
go ahead, bro. Do your thing and just, man, whenever you get some time, like today, start filling out some applications, dog. Warehouses, big box retailers, Amazon, wherever. All right? Find you something, bro. Please.
All right.
All right. Oh God. I saw something real quick. Where did I see that? Shout out to this super chat. I saw something that I wanted to go back to.
Sweet.
He needs to listen to wisdom and stop talking so much. Seems like he has a hard time with authority. Yeah, I think he's slowly coming to. Listen, for the people that have been following the channel, I've been working with him for maybe 3 months now, 4 months, and it hasn't been easy. The times he's come up on the channel, the he's coming to Discord, so it's like the people that have been following the channel, they know the work that I put in with him, and where he's at now, I predicted it. So people that are coming in late, this is how I talk to people. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. I'm not as young as a lot of people that first see me think I am. I'm older, and I'm just an OG. That's I'm just gonna get like I don't got time for this silly shit. I don't have time for this silly shit, bro. So you gonna get it how I'm giving it to you because this is how it was gave to me, and then that's it. Because we don't got time to waste. All right. A lot of people out here not getting the real. The reason why he got a mindset like he got, if you watch the backstory on him when he first came up, is from influence online. He went through the whole gig influence. He went through the whole YouTuber CJ So Cool. He tried to do that and all this. Went to California and tried to be a CJ So Cool and all these get rich quick. I don't have to do much work. I don't have to go the traditional route and slave like so many of us have had to do. Even with entrepreneurship, like I became a slave. I say it all the time. I was a slave to my own creation. Even if you make it in success from an entrepreneurial standpoint, if you create a business, you're going to become a slave for the business. The business dictates. You don't dictate shit. You meet the needs of the business. The business don't meet the needs of you. So even from an entrepreneurial standpoint, you're going to listen. Listen, you ain't going to see no success unless you slaving for your own business. Man, slave for my own creation. So either way, whether you're going to doing it for somebody else or you're going to do it for yourself, you're going to slave one way or another. You're going to put time, you're going to put effort. If it's physical, you're going to put physical energy into it. You're going to put mental into it. You're going to put thought into it. Like, bro, what we talking about? I had a homie that told me best. He said, hey, Mark, man, hey, bro, let me tell you something, bro. You got the haves and the have-nots. That's why we over here and they over there. You're going to have the people that's going to go above and beyond, that's going to get to it. Man, you're going to put our heads down. We're going to put them boots on, gloves on, put the mask on. We're going to tie it up, We're going to go take care of our business, whatever it is. It could be moving, final mile delivery, OTR. We could be a garbage man. Shit, we could be picking cotton. I don't give a goddamn. Whatever it is, we're going to do what we got to do to get it done. Because that's just what it is. I'm not trying to hear none of this excuse bullshit. I don't want to hear it. I'm going to let you say that shit, and then I'm going to cut you off, just like I cut him off. I don't want to hear that shit, bro. Say that shit, bro. Say that shit for these motherfuckers that want to hear that soft ass shit. I don't want to hear it. What's going on, big dog?
What's up, man? Hey, it's nice to finally meet you, bro. Nice to meet you, man. This guy Daniel, my heart goes out to him, but you know what? That's my little brother, bro.
Mm-hmm.
That's my little brother. My pop had 3 box trucks. We ran with him. We learned the business. And you see, my little brother right now, man, I love him to death, but I can't help him, Mark. I can't.
Mm-hmm.
He's stuck like Daniel, man. You know, my little brother, he's out there in his mindset. He's trying. He's got a YouTube channel. This dude bought 20 pairs of Jordans last year, bro. Still living with mama. Got all kinds of kids, bro. And Mark, I feel you, but sometimes you just got to step back.
You from the crib?
My brother?
You from Chicago?
Yes, sir. West Side, Austin neighborhood, bro.
Yes, sir.
I grew up with 4 of them, bro.
Oh, you from Austin? You from Austin? From like Gale? Oh, you right by the edge of Galewood or towards the 290?
Menard and North Avenue, bro.
Oh, you want to?
That's the coordinates right there, bro.
Oh, that's right over there. You in M-Town over there?
Yes, sir. Graduated from Lane Tech.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Yep. I want to jump on real quick because I know you keep your lives up.
Mm-hmm.
For Daniel and others, it's okay to work that hourly, right? My dad had the 3 box trucks. I ran his business for a minute, and I jumped into working for a company hourly. I'm still on the box trucks. Been doing it strong since 1994.
Mm-hmm.
And it's okay to work hourly, man. It's okay. You know, I have a house in the burbs. I got 2 cars. They're not the newest. They don't got rims on them. They don't have 15-inch woofers in the back, but they get me back and forth to work. I pay my groceries. I had 2 kids, got them through school. You don't always got to be the millionaire, man.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to be the millionaire. But if that's what you want to do, I think we should rewrite the book on how to be a millionaire. Step one, you can't have no kids. If you talk to these millionaires, if you really get to ever meet a millionaire, they
Mm-hmm.
did it all the work first. Then they got married. Then they had the kids. When you look at the majority of them, right? Now there are
Mm-hmm.
some where they were married and the wives helped them out and they get their credit.
Mm-hmm.
But if that is truly your goal, you want to be a millionaire,
Mm-hmm.
you can't have no kids. Cause I'm gonna tell you what, man. I was just thinking about this on my ride all the way from work.
Mm-hmm.
I have two daughters. The second one, my second daughter, my wife basically had to beg me,
Mm-hmm.
and she had to tell me, she had to say, "I want a second kid." And I didn't want to have the second kid, man,
Mm-hmm.
because I had plans, right? I wanted to be an entrepreneur. I wanted the business.
Mm-hmm.
So when we finally decided, and I said, okay, we gonna have this. All my dreams, my aspirations, all of that got put on hold because guess what? I had to go to work.
Mm.
And you know what? I don't regret it not one bit. Because both of my girls are healthy, both of them are smart. They're both on their own right now. My one daughter just got married. She's in New York. Bro, it's like, it's okay. It's okay not to be a millionaire. You're gonna be all right.
Mm.
You get to enjoy life a little bit more too. So,
Yeah.
I really hope Daniel gets it together, man. I really do. Um, man, I hope he gets it together.
Me too, man. I'm not gonna give up on him, man. I mean, you from the crib, so you know how we give it up. I think a lot of people get it twisted. I think they be thinking I be like beating people up, but you from here, man. So you kind of understand how we give it. I lived on Chicago Avenue in LeClaire. I lived on Augusta and Monticello. This is when back during childhood. Rockwell Gardens, Keeler and Jackson. And later
Mhm.
on, my mom bought a house on the east side. But the first half of my childhood, I grew up on the west side. My grandma lived right there on Washington and Pulaski. That used to be a senior citizen building right there,
Mhm.
but it's like I think it's an apartment building now. I think they renovated. But
Yeah.
yeah, so I mean, we live in a rough, like our the way we kind of talk to each other and kind of coach each other and get people on the right track is a little bit more aggressive.
Yeah.
And I could tell he doesn't have that in his life. Some people say he didn't have no father. My father wasn't really around, but you know what I'm saying? Back then back then the OGs, even if the OGs were doing wrong, there were still morals there where they would say, listen, go this way. Don't go this way. A lot of the shit that you see that's misleading now, it ain't even coming from the OGs. It's coming from their peers. They listening to their peers. How the fuck you listening to somebody that's your age? Then ain't
Bro,
lived through nothing.
that was some wisdom that I took. Never listen to your friends. Listen
Yeah.
to them, but don't do as they say because they don't have experience. They don't have the wisdom. Bro, I always look forward to hanging out with my grandfather, with my
Mm-hmm.
uncles. I learned construction. Man, bro, funny story. I put a lemonade stand on wheels when I was 7 years old with my
Mm-hmm.
cousins. And we was out on Elston Avenue selling lemonade, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know this at the time. My grandfather didn't tell me till later. But he said he was watching me build this lemonade stand on wheels. I took out all his tools. I was hammering. I was using his drill at 7 years old, bro.
Mm-hmm.
At 7. And he was sitting there just enjoying it, drinking his coffee, watching me. And I
Mm-hmm.
did that because we had asked my grandmother if she could buy us hot dogs. And she said, I don't have no money. And I said, I know how to make some money. And we started selling lemonade. right there on Elston Avenue, bro.
Mm-hmm. I remember I used to shovel snow when we really used to get snow back in the day. We don't get snow no more. Oh my God, I would be out all day shoveling driveways and just all day. It was an opportunity. Like we looked forward to opportunity. If work was associated with it, no problem, because we were looking at the end result, the money. I don't understand it. I really don't understand it. And even with what he was saying as far as leaning on Chat GPT, based off him saying that, I said, oh, well, this is it. Because guess what? If you're gonna rely on this to make decisions for you, which is it's gonna make you not use your brain even more, you're gonna use it less now, then man, critical thinking, throw it out the window. Comprehension, all that shit is gone now. It's over with. The next generation is gonna be worse than this one.
I think it was, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I did a run to Springfield today. So on the way back up from Springfield, I was listening to yesterday's show with when you was talking about him.
Mm-hmm.
But didn't he say that he started seeing what the other dude that was running his mom's website, that he wasn't doing certain things, so then he started asking Chat GPT what to do, and then he started doing everything that Chat GPT told him to do. And then I heard today that he crashed his mama's website.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So
Something to that aspect.
there's the proof right there. You can't even trust AI, Chat GPT. That's where he got his info from.
I think AI should be used as a tool to,
Right.
But here's the thing. I think the people that use AI are already people that have a mind of their own, right? It can just make things simpler for them, right? But if you're using it to think for you, you're done. You're done. Because as soon as life starts to happen and you have to use critical thinking skills, you're not going to know what to, like AI ain't finna tell you to take your ass to go to work. You can't type in the AI, listen, I'm fucked up out here. I'm fucked up. What do I do? My rent is due. AI ain't going to be able to help you with that.
No, you're absolutely right. It is a tool. I have and here's the other thing too, Mark. I'm okay if someone wants to make money and be a millionaire, but you have to start somewhere. They want to make this big leap, right? No. You have to learn how to make $5. And then once you got that $5 down to a science and you can make $5, then you make 10. Then you make 50. Then you make 70. You got to work your way up there. I was listening right now, and he was saying, "Oh, his mama's about to get a grant. That they're waiting for a grant, bro. Your mom, that's your mom gonna get all that, not you. Your mom's gonna get that. So while your mom's getting that, if she's giving you the opportunity to help her, you got to do something. Meanwhile, in the mean run, meanwhile." You can't wait for your mom to come up and then jump up and be like, "Oh, what we got, mom?" No, no, no.
Man, I don't know.
And,
Bro. Like,
here's
go
the
ahead.
other thing too. And my boss, right? He was talking about you got to wait 3 weeks, 2 weeks. Listen, there are people out there in the box truck industry or trucking industry. I get paid every week. I've been getting paid every week for the past 17 years. These people are out there, but you got to go look for them. Do you remember when before computers, before GPS, when we used to have the maps, the laminated maps with the wet marker, when that first came out? Do you remember those maps? Big spiral map books?
MacBooks, you said?
Yeah, the map books. The big
M-A-
thick map. Rand McNally.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about now.
I found a guy that worked in the place that was making them. And he was telling me that there was some defects or there was some smudges, but it was nothing wrong. No pages were missing. Bro, I took those books and I was selling them over there at Sears, the one in Melrose Park. I was just standing out in the parking lot, bro. $60 a pop because those books
year?
at the time were like $100.
What year was this?
Bro, this was two. I gotta say, it was about 96, 97. Yep. So you can't. I'm tired of people saying like there's no money or there's no work. You got to find it, bro. You got to find it. If you don't go out and look for it, it's very rare that it comes to you, right? You got a lot of people that tell you, "Oh, right place, right time." You got to find it. Don't rely on that.
See, here's what I since I've been doing this content stuff, I've had to realize that when I talk to people, see, you're from where I'm from, and then you're from the generation that I'm from. So a lot of people that didn't grow up in our generation, or they grew up in small markets where, you know, they had to have that get up and go about them, they just don't understand. And sometimes I be thinking I be beating a dead horse. See, you come from that. We come from that. Guy like Daniel, we have to instill that in him.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He just didn't get it inheritedly. We inherited it. That shit got to be instilled in him. You know what I'm saying? So and I don't know, as time goes on, it's almost scary. Like sitting here thinking about the conversation that I just had with him, and I had to like why am I going toe to toe with you? Even after what's playing out now that I told you was going to happen, I said, bro, you're not even going to be able to make your first month rent. Like everything I told him has played out piece by piece. You would think, man, listen, I'm just going to listen to this dude. Even still, it's a little, not as much as it was, pushback. I'm giving this man the key to turn his shit around. And it may sound like I'm crushing his dreams, but man, your dreams got to get put on the back burner right now.
3 kids. 3.
And a wife that don't work.
And a wife. No.
So you got one income, you got one person that has to take care of 5. And somebody just said something in the comment section now that the parents ain't chipping in to help him. That speaks volumes.
But his mom is helping him.
She's helping him, but here's the thing. Without going into detail, because it's a touchy situation, what's known don't need to be explained.
Right.
She can only help him so much.
Right.
Because she can only give him 4 hours.
Right. But I mean, she was helping him also with a place to stay. The in-laws was helping him with a place to stay. So let's say his rent was $1,500. Had he stayed, had he listened to you, he'd be saving $1,500 or whatever the rent is that he has to come up with now.
But see, his mindset, he would have had to shift his mindset, but because he was in that situation, that crippled him. If he would have shifted his mindset and acted as if he was out on his own, paying rent, still working very, very hard, and taking advantage of the situation at hand where the parents were housing them at a fraction of the cost or free, he could have ran his bag up and then positioned himself a little bit better. But his mindset never changed. He utilized the fact that they were housing him, and that was crippling him because he's not mentally strong enough to realize that was an advantage that he should have been taking advantage. That was something he should have been taking advantage of, and he didn't.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? When NW Lou came up and made fun of me for staying at home while I built my business at 34, that was the most ignorant shit that I've ever heard in my life. That was ignorance. I had a plan. I did it that way purposely. So I can aggressively reinvest back into the business. I'm in the moving business. What makes you think I want to be moving like a goddamn nomad? I moved one time in my life. 2014, I moved here. It's 2025. because I had a plan. I'm gonna run my business up. I'm gonna get my business to a certain point, and then I'll focus on getting out the house. That was the plan. You know what I'm saying? I also didn't create a family. That was the sacrifice. Some people look down on me for that, but that was the plan. That was part of my plan. I'm working on that now. I'm comfortable now.
Mm-hmm.
You see
You
what I'm
can
saying?
afford
So
a kid or two now.
I can afford it, but here's the thing: being an entrepreneur, especially in my setting, in my city, what I was doing, I quickly realized that there was a timetable, right? So I put my plan into action and I worked aggressively. And then I ain't gonna lie, I've said it before. I'm money hungry. I'm money hungry. You know
Yeah,
what
I
I'm saying?
heard that.
So I'm chasing that bag, bro. I gotta go get it. I have to go get it. So uh there were sacrifices that were made. You know what I'm saying? But I had a plan. I thought everything through. I still think things through today. You know what I'm saying? Because that's how you should go about life. So when people come to me and they be like, why do I need a business plan? It frustrates me. And I just ignore those comments because I'm going to say something. I know I need to answer those questions in a better way, but I know me, like, man, to me, that's like the stupidest shit you could ask me. You see what I'm saying? So I don't understand why people just don't plan things out. Daniel needs to sit down and he needs to plan. And that's what I'm trying to kind of get him to understand, because now even with this whole thing with his mom, he's looking at that like it's a business opportunity for him. That's not your fucking business. That's your mother's business. That's why he
Yes.
coming in, stepping in, fucking up the website and all this
Yes.
shit. He's
Yeah.
looking at that as an opportunity. No, that's your mother's thing.
Yes.
She's
100%.
really looking out for you. Go to work, do what you're supposed to do, and find yourself a job. He's looking at that. Oh, we can do this, that, and that, but that may not come into fruition.
Yeah.
You got real situations now. Your rent ain't paid now. Today is the 7th. So I just, you know, I don't know, bro. Like I you know, sometimes I don't know what God is doing with me or why, or you know, sometimes I'll be like, that's why I ain't really been streaming. Take me a break.
Right.
I
So
had to take me a break.
let me ask
Yeah.
you this. And you said that you had a plan, you was putting it together. Did you write it down?
Did I write
If
my
I
plan
ask
down?
you right now, could you take
Uh,
like a journal out from a couple years ago and be like, look, here's my journal?
Initially, I didn't write my plan down because initially I didn't like what the results wasn't a plan. The me posting that first ad on Craigslist was out of desperate. I didn't have any money. You know what I'm saying? I needed to do something. I saw a guy that had an ad. I was on there looking to post. I had a CD tower, CD burner, and I saw that ad, and I just, well, I got a pickup truck. I posted an ad, and eventually, once I did it, and I saw the opportunity, then I created the plan. Initially, I never had a plan on starting a moving business or a trucking company.
Right.
Never
I
was
heard
in
that.
my cards. So once I realized that I can turn that hustle into a business is when I created the plan.
Yeah. Yeah. So maybe that's what Daniel actually needs to do, is write it down. I had an uncle who was a teacher, and he used to tell me all the time, write it down. Write it down so you physically see it. Put it somewhere in your room, in your house, apartment, whatever the case may be. So when you walk by, you could take a quick glance.
Mm-hmm.
This is my plan. This is where I want to be. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Because sometimes you put stuff in your head and it gets lost.
Mm-hmm.
Right? But if
And
you
clearly he
write it,
has a lot in his head because he's just got scattered, like he'd be all over the place. So yeah.
yeah. And that's my point. Daniel, if you're listening, write it down. Get a big poster board, a whiteboard. Put it somewhere in that apartment. Write it down. What's the plan? Goal. 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 What do you want to do? Where do you want to be in a week or 2 weeks, 3 weeks? Start small. The first goal is pay rent. That should be your first goal. And every time you walk out, that has to be your objective. I'm going to pay the rent. I'm gonna pay the rent. Once that gets off, you wipe it off. What's the next goal? And you just take off from there. I think that has worked for many people, worked for myself. And again, and by the way, I'm not knocking living with the parents, because I lived with my parents when I had my first daughter for about 3 years. But you know as well as I do, I was paying the mortgage on that house. I wasn't living there for free. You know, Pops made sure I was paying the mortgage, which
And
is
see,
okay. And I thank him for that.
Yeah, and that's why I told him traveling was a bad idea. I said, man, stay where you at, change your mindset, run your bag up there, because I knew once he went to Dallas, it wasn't. I said it. If you go back and watch those live streams, I said, bro, you ain't gonna last a month. The math was easy. So, you know, and Daniel, if you're watching, notice every time, Daniel, it's grown men, older men, every time. That Discord we were in Thanksgiving Eve, it was a bunch of men in their 40s just trying to give him the information that he needed. People saw that I'm like, man, people stepped in. Let me help Mark out. You click the link. I see you in the chat all the time. You click the link. Yeah. You're a man and you're above 40 if you were selling apples in 96. All right. Yeah. So it's older men, Daniel, see your plight, and we're all trying to give you the wisdom and steer you in the right direction, bro. We're not asking you for anything. We're doing this out of the kindness of our heart. We have a community over here. We want you to win, but you have to change your mindset. You got to stop listening to these people that's selling you dreams, because in a time of crisis like now, none of these people are going to chip in your pocket. They're going to be mute. Crickets. Mum's the word.
Yeah.
And that's just what it is.
I don't know if you saw it, but I put in the chat, he has a better chance to get a 40-hour job and play the lottery than to get quick rich. He got a better chance of hitting that lottery. And that's only going to cost $1 a week. You know, if you're going to live on dreams, then invest that $1 in that lottery ticket. But go get yourself a real job.
Yeah, he needs a real job.
That's for sure. And keep your eyes open. Ask people questions. That's one of the things I always tell younger people. Ask people questions. There's no stupid questions. Ain't no stupid
questions, but I ain't gonna lie, man. Some questions wait.
You didn't let me finish, but there is some stupid answers.
Okay. Because man.
So you gotta watch what answers you listen to. But ask questions. You know, when not too long ago, I'm doing deliveries. I delivered to a lot of new construction, and this was a while back. And I was seeing, this is when that brick paver phase came out, right? So they were doing driveways and walkways with brick pavers. But I was going to $1 million homes, and I was noticing that there was dudes throwing the pavers in the dumpster. So I started asking. I was like, "Why y'all throwing them away?" "Oh, we don't need them. We finished the project." I was like, "Can I take them?" "Yeah, go ahead, but you got to pick them up." Bro, you tell me I didn't come back after work and start picking up pavers. Bro, I was selling pavers. My wife was laughing at me. She was laughing at me. I said, "Babe, the pavers are $1 a piece at the store. I pop them off for 50 cents, half off." Tell me that didn't pay for a couple of birthday parties and some dinners and some nice night out on the town.
Yeah.
What did it cost me? All it cost me was gas.
Yeah, mentality is different now, man. Mentality is different now.
It's out there, Daniel. It's out there. It is out. The money is out there. You know, we was joking around too, but not joking around. But you're in Dallas, and all the Migos getting relocated, bro. It's a ton of work out there, bro.
I told him go to the warehouse.
Ton of work.
But that's the thing. He has to shift his mindset to work. See, his for the past 10 years, he's been I'm
Yeah.
chasing this dream of being a millionaire. I'm chasing this dream of being a millionaire when he should just be focusing on making sure the lights and the rent and the bills are paid. See,
Feed those
that should
kids.
be his focus now. His
Keep them
focus
kids
on,
fed.
yeah, his focus. He has to come to grips with reality. And that's the thing. Once he gets in tune with reality, and hopefully, this is as far as a detriment that he has to see. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully, he doesn't have to deal with, a worse form of reality for him to finally fully 100% snap out of it. I pray to God that he doesn't, but his mindset has to. It has to change, and I ain't gonna lie, man. I feel so bad for him, man, and I think that's why I spent so much time with him. I don't know. I just feel bad. I really feel bad. I feel bad. You know.
But listen, I'll tell you something that I did like about Daniel. This is a positive, Daniel, and everybody in the chat saw it too. Yeah, he wanted to bite back, he wanted to talk back, but he stopped himself. He was stopping himself, and he was listening.
Now, but for the first 3 months, he didn't because
He had to see it though.
he had to see it. And here's a guy that he watches, and he said it. He kind of champions me as being the best content creator that he watches as far as influence, but everything played out exactly the way I said it was. So it took for him to see the reality and be like, damn, this shit played out exactly how Mark said it.
Yeah.
Said it was for him to start to bite. He's still pushing back, but he's starting to bite his tongue.
Right. I noticed that. And that's good. That's okay. As long as you're willing to keep working with him. But Daniel's got to understand at some point in time, you're going to reach your limit. Everybody in this chat's going to reach their limit.
Oh yeah.
And the next time they see him in the chat or on the screen and he hasn't made himself any better or done anything productive, bro, we just going to turn it off.
Yeah. And I've turned people off. And hopefully he starts, just shutting up and listening. He needs to just shut up. Just come and ask questions, then just apply.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what he need to do right now. Just
100.
shut up, ask questions, go apply it.
100.
He ain't got no say so in the situation whatsoever. And
Yeah.
I'm hoping we can eventually get him to that point, and whatever I can do to help him in his journey as far as shedding light on his situation, promoting his channel, I'm going to do it. So
Yeah. Just remember, Mark, that you got to have a limit, bro.
oh yeah,
Because you can't have every time Dick and Harry jumping on here asking you for help.
oh no, you know
know,
what, and I pick and
Unless you turn it
choose.
into a business.
Listen, somebody came in my Discord the other day. He probably watching. He gonna, he tried to switch it up, but like I'm very selective, and I've built up a community of people that appreciate the effort, and we help each other out, and they look out for my best interest. They'll get a person up out of there quick. So it's all about, I'm selective. I think Daniel's situation, he's genuine. I think he I think I understand his purpose, but I know, I think eventually I can 100% break through and help him change his mindset, which ultimately will help him change his life. So I don't know, this kid, even when he finds his way back. So I'm selective. Like I'm very selective, and just hopefully, I don't know. Hopefully Daniel just, we can change his mindset.
Definitely, that'd be good. Mark, I gotta cut it short, but hey, I appreciate your content. I met you on the internet as you were doing the reviews of some deliveries. You got a good head on you, man, and I really do appreciate the fact that you're out here trying to help people. I haven't found any fault in anything that you've said so far. You know, like I said, I ran my dad's business for a few years. We had 3 box trucks. We did everything, bro. Furniture. We did final mile furniture and appliances. Uh, you know, so my heart
Who are
goes
you?
out to everybody out there hustling and hitting it hard.
Who are you running for?
Man, who didn't we run for? So
Did you run for Excel back in the day? MXD out in Melrose
oh
Park.
yeah, yeah. My dad ran for. So we did Excel, Merchants, Guinea, Laser, American Freight.
Did you ever do
Um,
Corey's First Choice?
no, we didn't do Corey's. We didn't do Corey's, but we ran with them. I believe we ran next to them at Harlem Furniture.
Mm.
I think that's where that
Oh,
seems familiar.
you a OG Harlem
Yeah,
Furniture.
no, dude, I'm talking about High Lake Meyer. We did Carson Perry Scott, High Lake Meyer,
Ooh, Halle
um,
Meyer.
Circuit City, uh, Best Buy. Um, who else? Man, High Lake Meyer, Harlem Furniture. Um, yeah, my dad did a lot of running until we finally got a private account, I guess, with a appliance store, and then we just did their appliances. We were their delivery crew. Small little appliance store out of Naperville.
Okay.
You know, 2008 hit, and that's when my dad lost 2 trucks. And oh, you was talking about the other day. You still got your first truck and how sentimental it is. I get it, bro. I get it. So I think the last time I forgot what was the last year my dad ran, but I had seen his first truck pull up in a gas station getting diesel. Man, I almost started crying, dude. It was a Nissan UD. It was a 95. That the double clutch truck, man. We burnt the clutch in that thing like 3 times. But yeah, when I seen that roll into the gas station, I started looking at it. They still had some of the old decals on the side, like a letter or two. And the dude was like, "Hey, can I help you?" I'm like, "Yeah, this used to be my dad's truck. I'm just checking it out." But that was a good truck, man. That Nissan UD, that thing ran.
That's a cab over, right?
Yeah, it was a cab over. Yeah, that thing was a beast. But no, I get it. But I appreciate you. Keep doing what you're doing. We'll
Appreciate
be
you,
in
man.
the chat. We'll be in the chat cracking jokes, trying to help some folks out. But hey, man, it's a blast.
Man,
It's a blast.
appreciate you, man. Appreciate you.
Thank you
Thank
for
you, man.
having me on, bro.
No problem, man. Be safe.
All right, have a good one.
You too. All right, y'all. I know it was some other people that called up, but I don't know. I don't know. I think I don't know. I think we just gonna see, man. I'm gonna keep shedding light on this story. Um, just trying to give him as much traction on YouTube as I can. I'm gonna keep helping the kid, even though he gives me a headache. I'm just gonna continue to do my part. I know some people that hit the link and called up, while I was in the back, but I ain't gonna lie. And I know I haven't been streaming that much this week, but I did. I just wanted to take a break. I just wanted to take a break. You know what I'm saying? And that's it. And I'm probably gonna do less streaming during the week, you know what I'm saying? And just focus on more structured content. And then when I feel like I want to come back and stream more often, I will. But tomorrow we got Vernon coming in, so 7 p.m. tomorrow night. Vernon will be here to give his side, since Kirk was here for 2 hours before Vernon came up. So Vernon's going to come and go through his whole story with Kirk. We're going to do that tomorrow at 7. And that's it, man. Running word said you need that time for yourself. Yeah, I had to, and it wasn't. Here's the thing: I can go toe to toe with the best of them, but I think some people just out of touch with reality. So me falling back was just like, all right, well, let these people figure this shit out for themselves. The people that really want to holler at me, where to find me at. All this back and forth over this shit, like how I was going back and forth with, it's crazy how reality started to set in. And the moment I fell back is the moment a lot of people start coming looking for me in the Discord with problems. You know, and guess what? Everybody's problems is based on a lot of the shit that I told them, including like the shit Daniel. All this gig shit and all this quick, rich, quick shit or whatever this hell this shit is called. It's funny how when I said, all right, all this $5,000, all this dumb shit, it's crazy how when I say, all right, I'm gonna let y'all figure this shit out for a minute, and then here we go. It's just the tables just can turn just almost instantaneously. you'll think I knew something that that I wasn't supposed to know. It's just what it is. Like shit got to make sense, man. Shit got to make sense. Like I see a dynamic in this whole space, this box truck cargo van space. You got older wisdom, and then you got new generation mentality, and ain't shit in the middle. You even got some older people that got this new generation mentality, which don't make sense, and it's a clash. I'm gonna tell you this, people with the new generation mentality. Shout out to Andrew Beckford. Appreciate that super chat. If you don't change your mindset, it's going to get tougher for you, because people with a mindset like mine, and then you got some OGs in here like Running Warrior, Jay Who, and so a lot of guys that are in here that are veterans. We'll give you the information that you need, but in reality, we're fine with you being naive as well. Now, this may hurt some feelings. I'm going to tell you why, and then I'm going to go ahead about my business. Because we need people to not think. It makes it easier for guys like us. If you want to go out and do shit that's not in your best interest, that makes our job easier. If you want to be misled, no problem. Follow the trends, buy high. When you lose it, it's going to be a guy like me that's going to come buy your assets for very, very low. So I will give you the information if you take heed to it, but if you don't, that's still fine too, because the market is going to correct you out, and then we need you to do the things that we don't want to do or that we don't have to do, and things that we need people to do to keep the economy going. And that's just what it is. I will give you the community, the veterans, the wisdom will give you. But if you don't want to take it, it's okay. Because we also need a level of people of naiveness as well. That's business. Dog eat dog. The strong will survive and the weak will perish. If I'm competing against someone in the space, it'd be easier to compete with someone who ain't on the mindset or have the business acumen as me. That's going to be a tougher competitor. Be ignorant. It just gets you up out the way easy. And that's the mentality you should have, because that's business. It's a competitive landscape. And on that note, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace. Should I play the? Nah, I'm out. Peace.